everyone.
What up, everybody?
I loving everybody. Black people love you. Love you.
What's going on?
Thank you very much
in
for your
Chicago,
comments.
Live. We're going after that motherfucker.
Our next speaker is Joanna Galen.
Let's hear it, Joanna.
Love you.
Let's go. Thank you to Ty G. Ty G for letting me know. It's heat. It's heat. Those are
Thank you.
pissed.
Thank you,
Pissed at
Mr.
that
Blakemore. We
illegal
are moving on to our next
aliens.
speaker. Thank you. Please.
Hi to everyone. My name is Juana Galan. I'm from Gage Park neighborhood. I'm here to say to all representatives, you are the one who put us in this issue, and we are the taxpayers. The taxpayers. We are the ones who put you there. So the less you can do is do your job and bring us our safety back. And I have the right to say it in Spanish as well, and I will. Estoy representando a la comunidad de Gage Park. Ustedes pusieron este problema en nuestras manos. Trajeron a los refugiados a nuestra comunidad. La mayoría de nosotros ni siquiera lo supo hasta que ya estaban ahí.
This is Chicago City Council
Nosotros
live
nos
right now.
quejamos porque están haciendo de nuestras vidas un problema. Mis hijos no pueden salir al parque. Mis hijos ni siquiera pueden estar en mi propia yarda porque se quejan del olor de la marihuana. Algo que antes no pasaba. Tal vez nuestros vecindarios no eran los mejores para vivir, pero ustedes lo han hecho peor.
Guess you've never been to Chicago,
Nosotros
Conga.
los pusimos en donde están y ustedes tienen la obligación de escucharnos. Y también se lo digo a los medios de comunicación. Si yo me quejo en español, espero que los medios de comunicación en español se hagan presente. Gracias, Univisión, por estar presente y por hacer
It is
nuestra
live.
voz
Live on
que se
CNN
escuche.
right now. You can go see it yourself.
We want our safety back. It's not fair for our kids.
Go
It's not
Google
fair
it
for our
yourself, Tom.
elders. It's not safe for our special kids' needs. You take the field house from us. And our neighborhood is trash now. I dare you to walk by there at night. And I promise you, you will not like it and you will not be back there. Les pido a nuestros representantes hispanohablantes, están ahí por una razón, los pusimos por una razón, porque confiamos en ustedes y nos están fallando. The system is failing us. We are the ones who put you there, and we are the ones who can take you back the power. That's all.
I think she's speaking to both the migrants or illegal
Thank you very
aliens
much.
that might be there, so they understand.
Our next speaker is Joseph Michael Chopin.
Guys, give me a second. I'm gonna go put on my contacts. Hate to miss
Hello,
this. but-
how are you?
Good.
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Joseph Chopin. I have just two things to say. I came to this city maybe 10 years ago, almost. And I came to produce a movie about Harold Washington. I went through CineSpace, I went through all the investors, I went through most of the people on the city council, even the mayors and the governors, and went to the dinners. And I realized that there's an issue with financing in this city. There's an issue with financing young entrepreneurs in this city, and young black entrepreneurs in this city. Yeah, but dark-skinned black entrepreneurs with like curly hair and kinky hair. It's not light-skinned people or white people. It's always going to be dark people with curly hair that have the issue. The only person on this council that I can recognize that helped me get to the mayor was Lamont Robinson. Now, I'm just going to say, because I saw him in the corner here, so I just want to make sure I put that out there. But I found myself in Africa asking young people and entrepreneurs, how do you get money in America? How do you get money for your project in America without going through some grant program where somebody's stealing money or somebody's taking something from somebody else, or somebody doesn't like somebody else, or somebody is trying to get the money for their community and their roads? So I think that the issue is that black people that we're going to keep coming here and complaining. We're going to, but now it's just about if you're going to listen. Are you really going to listen to us? Because there's a lot of young people
I'll be right back in 1 minute,
who want money, a lot of young people who want opportunity, and they'll find it in other places. You can see them flying other places to different places. And I'm imploring all young black people here today, Africa is your friend. Don't be afraid of Africa. Don't be afraid. If they don't give it to you here, get your business high up so that you can go out there and ask other people for money, because obviously they don't have any money.
Yes, I do, but they need
And for certain people, they do. For certain people, they do. For certain people, they have money, but for others, they do not. If you're black, if you have African descent, there's money for you, there's opportunities for you in other places. Sell here, live there. Sell here, live there. Obviously, there's an issue. Sell here, live there. I'm saying it with all my heart, because there's it doesn't make any sense how excellence can come right in your face and you say, you know what, we don't have money for that. It's sad.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your comments. Our next speaker is Dallas Trent. Dallas Trent. Our next speaker is Natasha Gray.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I want to start off by saying it's nice to see the young people here. All right, I have a heart, okay? I do have a heart, but what I do not appreciate is your issue with us and our need for self-preservation, okay? This country has not made it made clean with us as African Americans here. We should not give them a pass on what happens with us here, okay? You appointed a deputy mayor of immigration because we have a refugee immigrant crisis. You've been having a crisis in the city. Where's our deputy mayor? A bunch of boulets sitting here, okay?
A bunch of what? Bootlegs? Is that what
A bunch of boulets sitting here. And Vasquez, you are an alderman. When have you stood with your people out there protesting? I saw you 2 Saturdays ago at Pritzker Park at 4:30 p.m.
Bullies or bullies?
Why you find the strength to protest with them? Even after you give these people work permits, okay, you need to be honest with them. It is highly expensive to live here in Chicago. There will be an additional burden on the welfare system. We don't need that.
No, because we paid for
How many schools did you all close? You got over 5,000 of their children in the schools. You didn't build any new schools.
5,000?
Sheesh. But you want us to focus on giving these teachers extra money.
5,000 illegal kids.
This is you guys' future. Okay?
That's just
I don't see
fair.
how, and I hate to play the race card, but the government has given us no other choice but to play the race card. And stop asking these people for anything. You're supposed to be demanding. Okay? But you know what? Once they done using you to lead us to slaughter, they're going to put you in the grinder next. That's how it always happens. And don't play on our emotions with Harold Washington, okay? Because he did do a great thing. But what you did in March 23, that was a slap in the face to all Americans, not just black Americans, okay? The reason why I bring us up is because we are in a national crisis, okay? But when anything is of scarcity, they take from us first. That's why we are in here so loud, screaming in your ear every week about our issues.
Hopefully you remember November, lady. Remember in November.
Most of our time has already come, but we have to fight for our kids. Because they're the ones you're going to have to worry about in a minute.
That's it, remember in November.
Thank
That's
you
all
very
I
much
got
for
to
your
say.
comments.
Remember in
Our next
November.
speaker
Remember,
is
all
Michael
this shit happened.
Peters.
Because if you vote the same way, I'm going to let you know now. Let it continue to happen.
Our next speaker is Ruben Castro.
All right, first one's heating up. Wide up in here burning dookie. That's Dolton burning dookie. This is Chicago.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning,
morning.
Mayor.
Good morning.
My name is Ruben Castro. I am from the Gage Park neighborhood. A little bit about me. I am born and raised in Chicago. I am a CPS alumni from kindergarten all the way to senior in high school. I graduated at one of the highest dropout rates. At the time, it was 50% dropout rate. And I graduated with an accounting degree from Roosevelt University. And I also worked for large organizations, Fortune 500 companies, and I would say I'm an example of the city of Chicago. With that being said, I'm here to represent my community, Gage Park.
Is he wearing a White Sox hat? No.
Gage Park is going through a crisis right now. Ever since the migrant, and before I even say that too, I want to first by saying that Gage Park is not anti-immigrant. We have documented and undocumented people living in our neighborhoods. Ever since the migrants started to move in our field house, we started to see an increase in in violence. As a matter of fact, there was a gang violence because someone got killed on 55th and Western in front of the field house, and so a lot of people speculated that it was gang related. People do not feel safe even going to the park anymore. We have seen an increase in alcohol use, drug use, cars being broken into, and not only that, but people are also breaking into garage doors. Someone seeking asylum doesn't do that.
Come on.
When my family came here, my family benefited from the Reagan administration during that time frame. That type of immigrant, people came here to work, they came here to build, and they came here to respect. The people that are moving in here now are not respecting us. They're not respecting our neighborhood. They're littering everywhere. People don't feel safe.
Littering should be the
And
worst
I'm also
of it.
very
The least
disappointed
of it,
in
rather.
Andre Vasquez and Carla Ramirez Rosa. For some weird reason, you all are getting media time, yet we literally had a press conference on Sunday talking about this, yet for some weird reason, the media chose to pick Andre Vasquez's side and not our side, and that's why we're here. Just to let you know, as you all know, that the Democratic National Convention is going to be happening in November.
Just for a second,
and
sir.
just to let
Hold on. Stop his time. Continue.
Just to let you know that the Democratic National Convention is going to be here in November, and there's a growing number of people in the Hispanic community that will not be voting the same way as they did before.
I doubt
If
it,
we
DW.
do not, in August, thank you, in August, if we do not get issues resolved, people will not be voting how they used to before. And this is for everybody here. Everybody here. Everyone should be trembling right now because there is a movement happening that people will not be voting the same way. Thank you very much.
How does a translator able to steal
Thank you
4.5
very much for your
million?
comments.
Wild to me.
The council will now begin the public comment period, which is limited to a maximum of 30 minutes. Each speaker is limited to 3 minutes. Speakers cannot yield or transfer their time to another speaker. Any written comments that have been submitted will be posted and made available for automatic review.
What's up, blushing?
The first speaker today is Cassia Jones.
Dude, wasn't she just a speaker? Thought she was. Thought the name sounded familiar. Yeah, I figured Taji sent me this. He said it's live now, so I just hopped on so I could show you guys.
Please, good morning.
He's right.
Good morning,
it's fiery.
Good morning.
They're
I'm a
pissed.
constituent of the Gage Park neighborhood. Since June, you decided to turn our park into a shelter. Our community is running lawless with illegal Venezuelans taking over our streets. We feel like prisoners in our own homes. As a taxpayer, we can't even enjoy our own park anymore. We are unable to take walks. Our amazing programs have been removed, especially for the disabled children that live near this park. We worked hard to improve our park, our neighborhood, but because of your irresponsible move, this is not impossible. Their illegal cars are parking on the residents' permit street. They are selling food without permit, causing traffic, yet no police reinforcement to help us. Guys are standing on the side of the building doing God knows what, riding their bicycles around the neighborhood and looking to break into our houses, garages, and cars. Smoking weed and drinking in the park in broad daylight. You guys threw us to the wolves, and now we have to deal with the trouble you brought to our neighborhood. Unlike the illegals, as a legal immigrant myself, I know what I had to do to enter your country. I was required to do a background check, vaccinations, pay an expensive fee, bring a work letter from my previous job. Shall I go on? Some might be good, but the others are here to cause trouble. For example, my neighbors had their car broken into, packages stolen from their front yards, and someone pee on my property. Yes. I'm requesting Alderman Vasquez, Mayor Johnson, and those who made this decision to walk our neighborhood and see what's happening there. You want to look good by helping them, yet we taxpayers are left behind. We are now being put in harm's way because of the crimes they commit in our neighborhood. Your no-consequence policy tells them it's okay to commit these damn crimes. Now, what about the citizen and the legal immigrants who came before them? We're still waiting years for our own families to enter this country legally. It is frustrating to see our voice censored and feeling hopeless. Finally, we know the illegals are returning in the middle of the night, parking our residential permit area, acting if the shelter is a bed and breakfast. They need to leave now. We want our park back, and we demand that. It's not fair. You guys putting us in jeopardy. Kids cannot go outside. 2 weeks ago, someone was peeing in my yard. A lady grabbed a branch off a tree and took my package from Amazon. They are break to cars. 6:53 a.m. I have videos to prove. Break into cars, and we cannot do nothing about it. Cops come, they see, and they go away. Selling food all the time.
Yes, Ernst, they're on
Thank you very much for your comments.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings, Ernst. Hi, J-Lo.
Our next speaker is Michael Young Bay.
You can hear they're angry. And we're in the middle of the meeting. We didn't even get to the start. This shit I started late. I didn't even know about this. I have to follow this shit.
Honest.
Good morning.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone.
Morning.
Good morning.
You up in here burning dookie.
I'm more so in celebration mode. See, I came down here for homelessness, and try to get housing, rental assistance, etc. And it seemed like y'all playing a political game with my family, and I'm a straight shooter. So you just got, I can withstand the truth. So I can understand somebody say, no, we ain't giving y'all nothing. I can respect that. Just tell me just like that. I ain't helping you get nothing. But y'all giving these migrants something. They keep on coming down here, the people pressing, hey, this what's going on in our neighborhoods. This what's going on in our neighborhoods. And then the news don't even show what need to be shown. That's right, fake news. That's why you got more real news right here. You see, because I've been doing investigations, because when them migrants first came to the 49th Ward,
Illegals.
I gave them clothes. I gave them coats. You see, so I know what's going on. And I kept saying that for the longest. Well, I know you people don't know what's going on to the extent with this migrant and this immigration stuff. Because if y'all so much saying that Texas doing this and Texas doing that, why everybody college parked outside them shelters that's employees, their license plates have Texas on there?
Oops.
Give me that job, man. I do security. Why you giving this to somebody from Texas?
Oops.
You see, that's what's going on. Don't help me come out here. I told y'all, I had to let go last time because it's stuff involving my child. So me as a father, and I know that these places are against fathers. They're against husbands. I'm a married man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm standing up for men. I'm standing up for these homeless shelters that y'all got our people in that got mold, that got rats, that got roaches, bed bugs, etc. And y'all putting them in nice hotels. What's going on with that? How's our people? Y'all that bring Chicago home needed to fail. And I push for it to fail. Because if you want to bring the citizens of Chicago home, them people that's already in shelters, especially our veterans, they died for us. They died for us. especially our veterans. Put them in CHA properly. House them. You ain't got to spend no dime as much as the millions and billions that been spent for these immigrants here, these migrants here, these asylum seekers here, which ultimately are illegal here.
Oh, he's angry.
And there's people here that been going on the radar. They can't get a green card or work permit, and they've been here 20, 30 years. Seniors.
Thank you, Richard.
Panhandling on the street because they can't get nothing. I'm for the people. And I ain't come to...
Thank you, Richard.
Thank you. Thank you very much for your comments.
Yeah, everybody's fucking angry, dude.
Our next speaker is Mrs. Lawrence.
They're just fucking angry. And I get it. Frustration, you know? People are frustrated. They seeing it, now it's affecting them, and here you are, now it's too late, kind of thing. Can't bring the flood water back.
A man,
Richard.
or profits a man to gain the world and lose his soul. We're going to start off with scripture because Mr. Johnson, you love quoting and thumping scriptures up there. And this is something I think is special for you. So I thought I would state that to you.
The wrath of God will
We're going to talk about this executive order of yours that comes from 2023-16, where I'm not going to read it all because I don't have the time. But one thing I want to point out is how you made it clear that you're going to stick these people in our neighborhoods and that we have to just accept it. That's absolutely not, because we've talked about this since last year, when most of you older people who did not stand up with us and reject the sanctuary city. Now, I got a problem with that. And I spoke that on December 14th. So I think we need to cut down the staff of the older people here. How about that? Because you all are not all representing us. How about those who stood up and represented us? Then you stay in your offices. But the rest of you, goodbye. Because that's how we're going to see it when it's time to vote. That's where we're going with that.
That's it.
Home Illinois 2021, that's when it came out, and Bring Chicago Home. Robbery. Jesus. They both are for homeless causes that you all claimed they're for. You and Prisker need to sync up, because both of you all are trying to pull the same number, which you claim is homeless. And I think you might recall that I said, I'm out here helping the homeless. I got a recording from a homeless that also said, y'all just don't care. You just don't care. There, hearing it straight from the homeless. Now, WOTC, Work Opportunity Tax Credit. 400 plus businesses. Hyatt, which is Prisker's company, all are hiring refugees and kicking all of y'all out.
It's like Tyson
now,
did,
how
right?
about that for news? That's not being broadcast.
52,000
See, I do my
Tyson.
digging, I do my research, and all of you all will know. When I step up here to this mic, I bring the facts. I don't bring no opinions. So you all need to be careful of how you think you're treating us, because we coming for this. We bringing our city back. We removing all these illegals that's breaking our rules and laws, and we're fed up. So it needs to stop. Get your police out there and stop them breaking these laws. I got a lot more to say, but since my time is up, I think I picked on the most important, essential matter. Get it cleaned up.
Yeah, thank you. Tyson Foods just fired 52,000 people in Iowa.
Thank you very much for your
to
comments.
hire immigrants.
Our next
illegal
speaker
ones.
is George Blakemore.
Please, wait now. I don't want y'all to steal my minutes. Even though those clocks are up here on me, they tick quietly and quickly. Illegal immigrants. Something is wrong with black people. You got all these black faces in high places and you get nothing. Who will let knock on my door? I don't know you. Where you come from? Who's your mama, your daddy? Are you a criminal? Are you a pedophile? You're not getting in. You're not, your ass not getting in.
I like
Excuse me.
I like him.
You know, I don't know nothing about you. The young lady say, a background check. Who are these people? Where did these people come from? Why would you bring them here? And why would you push them on the black community, the most poor of all? We are in a caste system here. And at the bottom of this caste system, black people. I'm not talking about India. I'm talking about right here. And you got the audacity, you black ones I'm talking to, the audacity to bring in an illegal immigrant. Why would you do this? Sell out. And your mama. House in. Yes, I said it.
And your mama.
Because that's the way you act. It's something wrong here. It's something evil here. It's something corrupt here. What is it, Mr. Blakemore? All of these people here are Democrats. All of them are Democrats. Well, over in China, they got a one-party system. In Chicago, they do too. Yes, the most corrupt city in the United States. The most racist city in the United States. Who said that? Dr. King? Dr. King, what is your criteria for corruption? Bert and all of them get indicted, stealing, and just terrible here. And these young people are coming here, and they're looking at me, and they're looking at you. Now, you all make your opinion. It's something evil here, something corrupt here, something un-American here. You gonna bring in the illegals? When they wade across the Rio Grande, they're not wading across to help black people. But they are selfish people, and we black people gotta be selfish. Self-preservation is the first law of nature. And that preacher talking about loving everybody. Black people love you. Love you.
Thank you very much for your
I
comments.
love him, man. I fucking love him. I love him.
Our next speaker is
He
Joanna
has
Gilliland.
balls and a backbone. I don't give a fuck how old he is. He got balls.
Thank you, Mr. Blakemore. We are moving on to our next speaker. Thank you. Please.
Hi to everyone. My name is Juana Galan. I'm from Gage Park neighborhood. I'm here to say to all representatives,
Didn't we see her already?
you are the one who put us in this issue, and we are the taxpayers, the taxpayers. We are the ones who put you there. So the less you can do is do your job and bring us our safety back. And I have the right to say it in Spanish as well, and I will.
Man.
Estoy representando a la
Happy
comunidad de
birthday.
Gage Park.
Happy birthday.
Ustedes
Happy
pusieron
birthday.
este problema en nuestras manos. Trajeron a los refugiados a nuestra comunidad. La mayoría de nosotros ni siquiera lo supo hasta que ya estaban ahí. Nosotros nos quejamos porque están haciendo de nuestras vidas un problema. Mis hijos no pueden salir al parque. Mis hijos ni siquiera pueden estar en mi propia yarda porque se quejan del olor de la marihuana. Algo que antes no pasaba. Tal vez nuestros vecindarios no eran los más,
Happy birthday, Yassi.
los mejores para vivir, pero ustedes lo han hecho peor. Nosotros los pusimos en donde están y ustedes tienen la obligación de escucharnos. Y también se lo digo a los medios de comunicación. Si yo me quejo en español, espero que los medios de comunicación en español se hagan presente. Gracias, Univisión, por estar presente y por hacer nuestra voz que se escuche. We want our safety back. It's not fair for our kids. It's not fair for our elders. It's not safe for our special kids' needs. You take the field house from us. And our neighborhood is trash now. I dare you to walk by there at night. And I promise you, you will not like it and you will not be back there. Les pido a nuestros representantes hispanohablantes, están ahí por una razón, los pusimos por una razón, porque confiamos en ustedes y nos están fallando. The system is failing us. We are the ones who put you there. And we are the ones
didn't
who
want
can
anything,
take you
Christy.
back the power.
Didn't
That's
touch
all.
anything.
Thank you.
Unless it lube.
Thank you very much. Our next speaker is Joseph Michael Chopin.
See, it says live on the left right here. I don't know what else to say.
Hello, how are you?
else to say?
Good morning.
Good morning.
My name is Joseph Chopin. I have just
Obviously,
two things to say.
weird.
I came
is
to
it
this
looping?
city maybe 10 years ago.
They left it on a
almost.
loop? I don't know.
And I came to produce a movie about Harold Washington. I went through CineSpace, I went through all the investors, I went through most
weird.
of the people on the city
weird,
council, even the mayors and the governors, and went to the dinners.
It's on a loop, Miguel?
And I realized that there is a,
So then,
there's a,
so if I'm not
there's an
mistaken,
issue
it's either
with
him or one of the
financing
persons,
in
the
this
last
city.
person, right?
There's an issue with financing young entrepreneurs in this city. And young
Right,
black
then it should be
entrepreneurs
done?
in this city, yeah. But dark-skinned black entrepreneurs with like curly hair and kinky hair.
looping it,
It's not light-skinned people
Let's see here,
or
hold on.
white people. It's always going to be dark people with curly hair that
try
have
this
the
one.
issue. The only person on this council that I can recognize that helped me get to the mayor was Lamont Robinson. Now, I'm just going to say, because I saw him in the corner here, so that I just want to make sure I put that out there. But I found myself in Africa asking young people and entrepreneurs, how do you get money in America?
That's weird.
How do you get money for your project in America without going to
So how long is it? It's
through
only an
some
hour.
grant program where somebody's stealing money or somebody's taking something from somebody else or somebody doesn't like somebody else or somebody is trying to get the money for their community and their roads?
Okay.
So I think that the issue is
Yeah,
that
they
black
are
people
looping it for sure. Hold on.
that we're going to
a
keep
live
coming
loop on
here and complaining. We're going to, but now it's just about if you're going to listen. Are you really going to listen to us? Because there's a lot of young people who want money, a lot of young people who want opportunity.
It's true.
And they'll find it in other places. You can see them flying other places to different places. And I'm imploring all young black people here today, Africa is your friend. Don't be afraid of Africa. Don't be afraid. If they don't give it to you here, get your business high up so that you can go out there and ask other people for money, because obviously they don't have any money.
Yes, I do, but they need
For certain people, they do. For certain people, they do. For certain
Yes,
people,
they
they have
do,
money,
but
but
those
for others, they
illegals.
do not.
They
If you're
took our
black,
damn
if you have
jobs.
African descent, there's money for you, there's opportunities for you in other places. Sell
That is
here,
great.
live there. Sell here, live there. They
I
don't.
need that
Obviously,
drop.
there's an issue. Sell here, live there. I'm saying it with all my heart.
Damn illegal.
Because there's it doesn't make any sense how excellence can come right in your face and you say, you know what, we don't have money for that.
Oh, vote.
It's sad.
Thank you.
Beep, beep.
Thank you very much for your comments.
All right, guys. So
Our next speaker is Dallas Trent.
Okay, so it is definitely looping. You guys are right. So I just figured this. What we could do,
Dallas Trent.
since I dragged you in here, I thought it was a live loop of.
Our next speaker is Natasha Gray.
Hold on, I thought it was a live shot of that. It's apparently not. This channel be getting folks who don't pay attention to it. So, I didn't pay attention. So, if you want, we can do this. We can, since I drug you in here, we can watch a replay of Dolton. And apparently, Tom says this was from yesterday. So that was yesterday's Chicago City Council meeting. I'm going to try to find them live and see if we can watch their feeds live from now on. If you guys want, I'll let you guys know. You guys put it in the chat room. You guys let me know. Yes or no, Y or N. You guys want to watch one of the Dolton City Council meetings? Yeah, that'll be that. If not, I'll let you guys go and I'll see you mañana. Mañana. But you got to remember, they're all via replay. This will all be a replay. It's not live. Okay. So everybody seems to say yes. Okay, so let's do this. Let's go here. I'm going to show you the bar for just a moment. Sorry for bringing you a loop. Didn't realize it was a loop. Thought it was actually live since it said live and seemed about right. So let's go here to the Sheriff Department live. You're going to watch them for just one moment. Right now. That's live. That is live. Deputy Pat Scott there. Shout out to Pat. Rolling live in his patrol car this afternoon in beautiful St. Paul, Minnesota. And while you guys stare at that, give me a moment here, less than a minute, and I'll find us one to watch. I do apologize. Yeah, they do that. A lot of people do that, especially like with those war feeds, because they want you to, hey, it's live. You'll click on it, and every click's a little more, kind of thing. And that's how they get you, That's why I thought it was funny. I was like, wait a minute, didn't she talk already? And then I was like, nah, maybe I'm just stoned. Maybe she probably didn't talk. And then I started to get it. I was like, wait a minute. And the loop is short. It's only what do you call it? Just play Chicago. I mean, I could play Chicago. I mean, Dolton's pretty good too, though. So, have I ever heard of Otter Creek, Florida? I have not. I never heard of Dolton, Illinois before this week, thanks to Josh and Trish. They were the ones who put me up on how crazy these board meetings get. All right, let's see here. Let's do this one. Uh-oh, they are. Look, it's already up. You hear that? It's already like a party. I know you hear it. Ain't no stopping us now. We on the move. I mean, she's literally playing music.
Hot mic. I'll be good.
And who puts a flag right in front of the
Good evening, residents of Dalton.
Who does
thank
that?
you guys for coming out on this wonderful
Who does that?
Monday.
In front of the mayor's? How does she see?
Since I've seen you. I appreciate all the love and gestures and
Yeah, I see
emails
you
and
over
text
there.
blasts or just walking in door knocks and talking to you. So thank you. We're going to do something a little different today. This is something I do everywhere I go.
We're going to do the
So
stare at the
turn to your
flag
neighbor, say,
salute.
neighbor, I love you.
I love you.
And ain't nothing you can do about it.
Ain't nothing you can do about it. I love you,
Amen.
neighbor.
Hug on each other.
You better come over here with a
I
hug
do that
on you, grab on your
at the end of the
booty.
day, today is not promised, tomorrow is not promised. So I try to always push love out into the
Isn't it
community despite
calamity?
all the
Good to
negativity,
see. I mean,
all the
come
things
on,
that
what
you
is
hear
this?
or see.
Who does that?
I want people to know that
How does this lady
it's
see?
okay to apologize for things or mistakes you've made in your past.
This
It's
one right here, the
okay
trustee
to cross
or the
that bridge or
village
to
recorder
rebuild
or
that
whatever.
bridge because you never know when God gonna call your name or call your number. So I just want to let that be known to the public that I love y'all and ain't nothing y'all can do about it. This is our beacon of hope that I put up. It's a heart. And I do it every single place. And a lot of you guys, kids, have came home and told you that I've been at your school and I've been talking to them about mental health. Mental health is real. That's why I start my day with I love you, because people don't know what people are struggling with. It could be you today, your neighbor tomorrow, your family member today. So that's
let
why
me
I
change
tell
the
you,
title,
make
too.
whatever's
Sorry,
broken right today, if you can. Let's start our meeting. Today, I would like to call to order the regular meeting scheduled for Monday, May 1st, 2023, and the time is 6:41. Clerk Key, can you please call the roll? No.
All right. Okay.
Okay, I'm going to apologize because I
can't see.
updated my roll call, but I'm just going to call it.
You can't see anybody.
Guys.
Don't apologize. How
Trustee
can you see
Norwood.
anybody?
Present. Trustee House.
Present.
Trustee Brown. Present. Trustee Steve. Trustee Holmes.
Here.
Trustee Belcher.
Here.
How does she
We
see
have a
any of
quorum.
them?
All right, thank you. If everybody will stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
Oh, here we go.
I pledge allegiance to the flag
Of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation.
Where's
under
Tangenique?
God, indivisible,
Is that her?
with liberty and justice for all.
Is there
All right, and
Tangenique
if
in
we
the
will all
black?
continue to stand for prayer, if you would, please.
Yeah, we got to do prayers too.
Father, our Father, we thank you. Father, we just ask that you continue to watch over us. Father, watch over this meeting. We ask for your presence, Father, to be amongst these leaders, Father, amongst your people. Continue to bless us, Lord, that you may be glorified. Father, let this agenda be your agenda. We thank you for peace, unity.
No, Mar.
And Father, ultimately that we overcome, that this community will be a beacon, not only in the south suburbs, Father, but in the Illinois and also in the world. We thank you for it now. Continue to bless our leader, Father. Continue to bless our tremendous leader with strength, understanding, wisdom, vision, Father, for this community. And we thank you for it now, Father, as you have a heart for your people. Continue to bless her and her family. In Jesus' name, amen.
We got a 2-minute prayer and a 15-second pledge of allegiance.
All right. Next, we're going to commence our swearing in of our newly elected officials. Trustee Ed Steve, would you like to say something before you part?
Yes. Good evening, everyone. It's been a pleasure serving on this board for 4 years. It's been a pleasure serving my fellow colleagues, people up top, department heads. I am doing my MS walk May 13th. I suffer from multiple sclerosis, and I'm doing a walk for MS in South Suburbs, which is the first one I did last year. So I'm gonna do it again.
Wait, that
this
ain't
year, May
Jason
13th.
House. Who's
my
that?
board that served with me. I
That ain't
commend
Jason
y'all. Hope y'all
House.
find a way to work together. Celebrate. I congratulate everyone that won, and especially Brother Stan Brown.
Unless he wears
Brother
glasses
Stan
and
Brown, me don't have some intense
lost
talks.
a lot of weight and
Even
got
when
about
it's political
6
time,
inches
we're out.
smaller.
Me and him always find a way to work together, cordial and peaceful.
Come on.
And I'm holding out
That
hope
ain't
for Brother
Jason
Stan
House.
Brown that he will find a way to mend, to compromise, and be
Sitting in his
transparent to
seats.
get people working together. And on that
They don't
note,
even look
thank
alike.
you, Mayor. Thank you, Keith. Thank you, department heads, the chief of police, public works, Janice Johnson, everybody who helped me throughout this time. Thank you.
Oh, he's a priest. That's what he is. Okay.
All right.
I already know Jason.
All right. Trustee, I got your picture for you. I'll bring it down for you, but I'm going to sing this song for you. It's a farewell. I appreciate
Got
you.
a picture?
And
A
anybody
beard?
can join in that knows this song. It goes like this. Na, 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 na. Na, 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Y'all get up for Trustee SDs. All right. All right.
Shit
So
is-
next we're gonna swear
shit
in
is
our
hard.
newly elected officials. So if you could, Trustee Stan
That's the
Brown,
best part,
Trustee
Big
Andrew
Win.
Holmes, if you could come down to where the
it's so
flags
cringe.
are, and Tammy. Yeah, you got one for
There's
Tammy. We're gonna
Jason
start
House
with the
right
ladies
there in the
first. So we'll
black.
start with Tammy Brown.
sitting in
So
between
Tammy
them.
Brown, you can
He should be
stand
in
right
that
there in front of
seat.
the flags.
He's not sitting in his seat. What's going on? Is this a flag salute? What are we doing? Oh, is she getting in an El Peachy folder? Damn, Tiffany always looking good. She got her hair done and her nails done. Always got a clean ass, nice suit on, suited and booted. But as she says, just because you wear a suit doesn't make you suitable. Gotta steal that from her. And there goes Tanzanique. She's in the back. My favorite Tanzanique. She's in the back. She ain't got no receipts. She already got bars for him. Writing songs and shit. They asked her for the receipts. She ain't got none of them. Nobody knows where nothing went. 11,000 spent on hair and nails. Jesus Christ. That's why I was asking you guys, the ladies, how much does it cost to get your nails done? I can't believe it's $100 to get your nails done. That's crazy. $100 to do your nails. Shit's wild. That should be some $30, $40 shit. $55 for Eugene. She got her hair did, her nails and her hair did. Apparently, Patty, yeah, I'm not up on the times. Apparently it costs quite a bit. 100 or more, Lisa says. Jesus, I am not spending over $100 if I was a lady to get my nails done. Fuck that. That wig, that's a wig? I thought they were like extensions or whatever. I mean, it's well maintained. Look how curly and nice it looks. Got its style. It'd be good if she spoke into a mic. But, you know, you figure when you a mayor, you'd figure out how to grab a mic like you have right there in front of you on your table and pull that Shure mic out that's literally not even connected right there. It's got a wireless pack on it. All right, let's get through this shit. I'm going to fast forward just because this shit is... Don't want to see none of this crap. She's swearing in everybody and their mama.
With the newly elected officials and also the newly appointed police officer. If you can, come right before the flags, please. Yeah, you too. Gas, Lacey, all y'all, Commander.
Get y'all.
And then we'll let family go. Y'all want to celebrate. We do have a board meeting to commence. It might be an hour, hour and a half max. If you want to stay and see the
it's
board
all the
meeting.
bullshit. This is like what
Board
we do
trustees,
for a
y'all wanna-
fucking
y'all
hour
don't- you
ahead
don't-
in
you don't have to
LA, where they
Want to join
give
in?
everybody
Join
the
in.
old peachy
Whatever you wanna
folders
say,
and let the
whatever
kids
y'all wanna
come in and dance. And this is the same shit right here. She was smart enough to finally grab a fucking mic 20 minutes in. I mean, man, this ain't your first rodeo, big dog. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
They still in Indiana?
Yeah, right there, 13839 Indiana. Gotcha. Yep, absolutely.
I love how just like, you know, all the hot mics.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was on the scene and it totally slipped my mind.
Like, this shit is too funny. Like, the audio guy don't give
Were you
fucks.
calling about what I was...
Attention.
Huh?
Hey guys, we have to conclude our board meeting. We will have a little gathering afterwards if you want to stay.
You didn't do any board meeting yet.
Trustee Brown. Oh yeah, I got to say the names. I'm sorry. Stan Brown.
Yeah, this shit is wild, dude. It's so unorganized in a sense, you know?
All right. So next we have general announcements. Is there any general announcements?
See, she should have took her mic and
Yeah.
walked
No,
down
like
with it.
we
Is what I'm
Go
saying,
ahead,
Mark.
Trustee.
She could have took that
I just
mic
wanted
off its
to,
clip and walked down with it.
Mention we
And the same
on
mic
Mother's Day, Saturday, May 14th. Sunday, May 14th. Charters Youth
That's Jason
Mission
House.
with Mrs. Creighton is doing a Mother's Day brunch that is being promoted. So for those who do not have Mother's Day plans or those who would like to do something nice for their moms, it will be a fantastic catered food menu. And the tickets are being listed at $30, but I do have good news that we are, through the Board of Trustees, we have 35 tickets that are being donated for anybody that's interested. So if you would like to get one of the tickets, please text 708-414-0719. Again, 708-414-0719 to come out and have a great time for Mother's Day with your moms and the family. So please, let's make it a joyous event. It will be done at Dolton Park District, the Les Long Fieldhouse. Thank you, Mayor.
All right. Anyone else?
Yeah, may I be recognized, Mayor?
Sure. Go ahead.
First and foremost, give honor and praise to the Lord. Second, I want to thank the residents for having in their heart to let me succeed with a second term. And also, on Mother's Day, if you have a family member, a mother, and she's 100 years old, please contact me. I'm working with Barbara Bates. She's honoring all mothers on Mother's Day, especially those who are 100 years old. There will be a limousine provided for the individual and their family. So if you have a relative that's 100 years old and she's a female, she's a mother, get in contact with me. Thank you.
She's
All right. Thank you. Anyone else? Sure. Go ahead.
Got to be careful with
Turn your
those
mic
genders now. Again, this dude can never figure out to put a mic in his face. It's like it's his first fucking rodeo every time.
What you?
Every
you gonna
time.
help him?
I don't know how to do it. I only been here 100 times. Come on, man. You've been here forever, bro. This ain't your first rodeo.
Check.
Look at him. He's laughing at himself like, man, all I had to do was turn it on.
My little Brittany said I done broke something on the first day. First and foremost, I like to say that praises go up and blessings come down. This is more than I stand in front of you, ladies and gentlemen, for giving me opportunity to let me come and work for you.
Yeah,
I have a desire to be a decision maker here in the village of Dolton on the way to tax dollars and the way our community is being ran. I'm a 32-year resident here, and I'm a stakeholder. And I got the same wants and needs that each and every resident here has. Trust me, I really do. This is a job to take serious because I know I'll be making decisions for residents that want to do the right thing. And with Lord's willing, I will be doing the right thing. But I do believe, and I got to wait on the Lord, and I got to be of good courage. And I know He's going to strengthen my heart to make the right decisions. So just give me that opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. Let me work for you. And thank you for having that vision to let's take this here to another level. And with that being said, I really appreciate sitting next to some heavy decision makers up here. Some heavy decision making that happens up here, ladies and gentlemen. I have sat in this seat before and understand what it's like,
they like the chai
to sit
sauce,
here
Milford.
and to sit there.
They're in
Different
cups,
size
man.
shoes.
The
Not the
White
same
Sox
shoes,
fans.
sitting there and sitting here. Different size shoes. So I just say, give us a chance to mend together, grow together, work together.
Clip on
As the
tie.
man say, let's love on each other together. Let's try it. Let's at least give it a try.
Let's love on each other.
Don't take that away from ourselves. And we can't keep letting individuals come from the outside of a 60419 zip code coming here making decisions for us. Let's make our own decisions, ladies and gentlemen, because we deserve it. We're the one that pay the taxes here. So we should be the one that's saying how we want our dollars spent. And you got a right to come to say, Stan Brown,
She co-signing.
I got something
You hear
that I
it.
need you to do. I need you to come up here and be students of the game and do the work that you asked to do, because I have knocked on a lot of doors out here. Didn't I, Jason? I knocked on a lot of doors. And I did get that promise, Ms. Johnson. I did say I want to work for you, and I'm glad you gave me the opportunity. So I want that opportunity that me and my team can work together. So, ladies and gentlemen, give the 6 trustees and the mayor the opportunity. Let us work ourselves together, because we can do that. We can. I don't want anyone to feel that we cannot. We can work together up here. So please give us that opportunity to do that, because you have 7 different mindsets. 7. That's a lot to bring together on the common goal. So I just ask you to give it the opportunity, and I thank each and every one for coming out, supporting all the trustees here. And I've got some people out that normally don't stay out past 6:30. So thanks for coming out. And I know you're heading back in the house there, Ms. Watkins. So thanks for coming out.
Shout out to Ms. Watkins.
Thank you.
Now, if the Lord could just teach you how to use it, Mike.
Good evening. I just want to say thank you for those who voted for me and for those who didn't. Again, I'm here to do a job. Hopefully the 7 of us can come together on one accord and do the will that we were put in this position to do. Again, thank you, everyone, for your vote, for your support. Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, Ms. Watkins. Good evening, everyone. Happy Monday. I just have a few announcements to make.
Oh,
we
let's get some salt.
have been partnering with Dolton
Ooh,
Park.
she went
I
to
think it's
Taco
important,
Bell.
as a community for us to all partner together. So I have a few dates from the Park District. May 5th from 7 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Mountain
They're having
Dew?
their Mother's Day pamper party. On May 7th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. They're having music in the park. May 17th, they're from 6 p.m. to
Oh, that's
9
Taco
p.m.
Bell.
They're having Wine Down Wednesday. May 27th from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. They're having their food truck festival. All of these events will be held at the Dolton Park District on 721 Ingle. I'd also like to thank the Dolton Park District President Cleo Jones for assisting with our youth employment. We recently had 3 of our youths from our Dolton Youth Empowerment Program. Recently, they're in the employment process of being hired. So I'd like to thank Dolton Park for working with us. We're also going to have a recycle event for the entire community. So at the end of June, I'd like for everyone starting tonight to get out all of those old clothes, all of those things we're not wearing, all those appliances that we're not using. I have an organization that we're partnering with where they'll supply us with money for our clothes and our appliances. So we'll also make a way for the residents. We'll give you all a chance to be vendors at the event. So if you all would like to get rid of some of your things prior to us donating the items to the organization, that'll be great. But we'll use the funds for our youth activities over the summer. So that'll be a good way for us to host youth activities without spending extra money.
I know Taco Bell.
And we'll also have a housing committee meeting where we'll have
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and get me a
Baja
Blast.
Us on our Facebook Dolton Trustees page. Please do so that you all can keep up with our announcements. I thank you all, Dolton residents, for joining us tonight, and for those watching, thanks again, Mayor. That'll be it.
All right. Anyone else?
May I be recognized, Mayor?
Okay, go ahead.
I'd just like to say congratulations to the trustees who was reelected and Stan Brown on his reelection as trustees. I really hope as of today, all of us can work together in some shape, form, or fashion. I think over the last almost 2 years now, we've been at a point where stuff is getting done, but it's plenty more that can be done. So I just hope that Stan joining us, we can definitely take a turn to make sure that Dolton continues to move forward. Thank you.
That's pretty stupid.
Okay.
All right. Next on the agenda
That's for you,
is Village Clerk's report.
Good evening, everyone.
Camera dude got half of her cut off.
Tonight, we do not have any meetings because we are up to date. They have already been approved at previous
There he goes.
meetings.
Now he's
So
now
there
he's
are no
studying the
meetings
shot.
to
You see
approve
that?
Tonight. As reference to communications, there's no communications tonight as well.
You see it?
Thank you,
On
everyone.
every level.
All right.
Audio
Next, we
mic's hot
have
all the time.
Village Administrator's report.
Camera ain't straight. Chick's talking, and you can't even see who's talking right now because you're busy looking at the person that was finished talking.
Hey, guys.
They passing mics back and forth.
Wow, that was dry.
You can't, man,
How
I
y'all doing
can
today?
afford 3 mics. You telling me to sing can't afford 3?
Village Administrator's report. So
for everybody.
I haven't seen you guys in a little while, but we've been working diligently to try to get some,
Come on.
to try to bring some awareness to some of the issues that we're having in Dolton, as well as to bring some new funding sources. So we reached out to the governor's office and talked about creating an essential responder database for people dealing with mental illnesses and other mental health related.
I know it smells, Billy.
Issues that we may have with first responders, whether it be police or fires, people responding to medical calls and or any police related matter and or emergency. And so we asked the governor's office to see if they could assist us create a database. Come to find out, they already have a type of database in the works. It's a pilot program, and it's being run
Another day in
through,
LA crime.
and the grant is being awarded through ICESIA. So we talked to
2 in
them
2
to
days,
see if we
one
could
sheriff,
get awarded
one
some funding. And through our preliminary conversations, they said they had grants up to the amount of
Well, you
$4
fuck
million
around and find
to help
out.
us put together this database. So hopefully,
Point
with
a gun
some
at
due
me and
diligence
I'm a
and some
cop,
work,
I'm
we can
shooting you
apply
too.
for those and make sure that we can help
I'm going home.
our first responders better take care of
You're
the
gonna
needs
go
of our
meet God.
residents. Just to give you an example, what we're looking for is counselors, people that deal with mental illness to respond with the police department during calls. If we know for whatever reason that a house has been marked with someone that's dealing with some type of mental illness, some type of
Smoke alarm,
autism,
sure.
whatever, we don't know what the case may be. But and again, I'm speaking in whatever terms I actually know. I don't really understand it. I do know that there's grant money out there. The police chief will probably be able to respond, and the fire chief will probably be able to talk more in depth about the type of calls that they get, but to be able to have someone with the background to be able to respond to some of these calls, maybe it'll help us eliminate some of the confrontation with some of these people and help us de-escalate situations. So that grant is being funded right now through ICESA. We're working on it right now. And then we talked to Nancy Hune in the governor's office about summer youth employment. I know that's a real big deal. We want our kids to get to work this summer when they get out of school. The more they're working, the easier it is for us to make sure that we can keep track of them, keep money in their pockets, they stay out of trouble. So we've been working with the governor's office on that, as well as water infrastructure. That's a big deal. Our water mains, our sewer systems, our elevated tanks. There's some structural issues. And then we're looking into developing 142nd and Cottage Grove. And so we're trying to take the preliminary steps to make sure that area is ready for development.
This guy's
it doesn't
under
matter what that
investigation,
development
Matt
may be. You still need
really
sewer,
all of
storm
them are,
drains,
but
electrical,
him and the mayor.
broadband. You still need all those things in that area. So the goal is to do whatever it takes to make sure that area is ready for development. A ton of the money when you go to a developer and ask them to build something, whether it be residential or commercial,
I think he looks kind of like Joe Jackson.
Infrastructure. Our engineering firm will tell you that. And so we just want to be prepared. If we keep our goals focused on making sure that area right now that's not being occupied is able to be developed, then and we take some of the burden off of the developers, it makes them it's an incentive for them to come and work with us here in Dolton. So just one of the things, those are a couple of things that we're working with the governor's office. My department heads will give you a detailed report about what's going on in the individual departments, and then the mayor's office will follow up with details about what she talked about during her legislative conversations in Springfield and DC. I thank you for your time. And everybody, just try to smile, man.
Luva, it's that bad, huh?
Want to smile? No?
And welcome to
I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man. Ain't nothing y'all can do about it.
All right. Next, we have engineers report. Ron Smith.
Thank you this evening, Mayor, Madam Clerk, trustees, department heads, and residents from the village of Dolton. Just to update you on a couple of projects that we are currently working on. Right now, we're working on 144th Street from MLK to Indiana. That was funding that was through a STP grant and also through CMAP. We're also going to go out to bid this month on various roadways. We did receive funding from CDBG Cook County Block Grant to resurface various roadways throughout the village. Also, we'll be starting this month picking back up where we left off on the sidewalk removal replacement project, also on the alley project. And just to piggyback off of what the administrator was referring to as far as
Jim, apparently there's not too many white
with the
folks
legislation
that live in the
and
city
trying
of
to get
Dolton.
funding.
Apparently the population is 91%
to the elevated water
black.
tower on Ingle. The price tag for that is
9% makes up
$1.7
the
million.
rest.
We did reach out and submit documents to Congresswoman Robin Kelly's office for funding to address the rehabilitation of that tank. Also, we're working with MWRD. MWRD is supposed to be working on preliminary engineering on 2 projects to address some of the flooding in the area. I'm working with the Public Works Director on that.
I've never been
also,
there, no.
we submitted 2 grants, one for
Been to
2023
Chicago.
Invest in Cook and one
to
for
Rockford,
2023
Illinois.
CDBG. Hopefully,
Savannah,
we will
Illinois.
be awarded funding for those
About
projects. We'll find something out in July or either August. We also did submit for a $10,000 grant for ComEd, empowering our communities. Hopefully, we'll hear something about the grant award
Cleavon Little.
within the next month or so.
Rest in peace to Cleavon.
And I think that's about it for now. And I also want to thank your department heads, Mayor. Whenever I need information, when I'm trying to submit these grants, they're
He'd be sweating.
available.
Look at his forehead
They're
now. All of a
on the
sudden, he was
spot,
fine.
and, it's
All of a sudden
wonderful
now
working
he's
with
sweating. He's under the gun.
your departments.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Suit's too hot.
Any questions?
Just bring us some more money.
Just bring us more money.
For those that don't know, Ron Smith works for Ron's Engineering, and they bring a lot of grants to the village of Dolton that we have
money.
applied for. We received several of them. But I know in the past the board didn't vote for one of them that we tried to get, which was the $600,000 to do the water pad on Greenwood Falls. So I just want to point that out, that they really, really do have your interest at heart. Next on the agenda is department reports. First, we have police, Chief Collins.
Thank you, Mayor. I'll try to keep this brief. Some of our crimes have taken a dip, but the one thing I want to focus in on is auto thefts. The auto thefts continue to remain the same. In April, we had 33 auto thefts.
33.
33 is quite a bit. I'm not aware of any thefts that
One
have
day in
occurred
LA.
with anyone that has used that auto theft device. The club, the old club, those still work. But people continue to leave their cars running in front of their houses at gas stations and leaving the keys in it. So please be vigilant when you're in your car. Be careful, lock your doors, make sure the doors are locked. And if you at all possible can use the club to put on your vehicle, please put it on it so we can get these thefts reduced. Kia and Hyundai owners are the most at risk because those cars are being stolen at an epidemic level. So please be careful out there. The other thing I have to report is when we start doing our community policing meetings, one thing we want to focus in on is role playing, role reversal,
So who
where
drank
the
my
citizens
beer?
have the opportunity to be the police, of course, with a little bit of guidance, and the police will act as the citizens. So you just get a little idea of what police officers go through, the type of things that they have to go through, especially when it comes to traffic stops and dealing with domestic situations. The last thing I want to touch on is what Mr. Freeman was talking about, the mental health crisis. Officers respond to a lot of calls where someone is in crisis. And those are situations where, of course, it is safe to have a police officer there, but it is not a police officer's job to help the person in crisis. What we do need are mental health professionals to be with the police officers. Some officers are trained in crisis intervention. That training is lengthy training that we have to put our officers through, but not every officer is trained in crisis intervention, CIT training. That's our goal, to make sure that our officers do get trained in that. We do have an organization in town, Kirby Rehabilitation, also the Comfort Zone, where we can call them to a scene if someone is in crisis or appears to be in crisis, and they will take over as the mental health professionals, which we're really glad to have them in town. But they do need assistance and help also. So anything that we can provide to them, any assistance, grant assistance, monetary assistance, will help the entire village and also the south suburbs. Thank you, Mayor. That's the end of my report.
33 stolen
Next we
cars
have
in a
Fire
whole
Chief
year.
McKay.
That's one
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, Madam Clerk, Board of Trustees, newly elected officials to the board, department heads, and most
25,825
importantly,
stolen
residents
cars
of
every
Dolton.
year here.
The statistics year to date for emergency responses, the Dolton Fire
And that
Department
was
has
from a
responded
few
to
years back.
1,697 emergency responses.
33. We had
423 of which
25,000.
are fire responses, 110 are motor vehicle accidents, and 1,164 are emergency medical incidents. Out of the 423 fire runs, there was a fire that sticks out, most importantly in my mind, on April the 10th, and smoke detectors save lives.
Oh, no. Just really quickly, guys, I got one quick stats. California ranks #1 in the entire nation for stolen cars. Apparently, and this is from 2022. Yearly car thefts are at 202,685 for the entire state of just California. Okay? 25,000 alone in LA of those.
Again, we're going to look to partner with the American Red Cross again so we can get those smoke detectors out to our residents, and we'll be working on that shortly in the upcoming spring. But smoke detectors save lives. Station 2 being
They had
open,
33 stolen
and
cars in a
proficiently
year.
trained professional
In a year.
firefighters. Because on April the 10th, the Dolton
And it's
Fire
gone
Department
up.
responded to a fire alarm at the 15300 block of South Harper. When they were pulling up on the scene, they had heavy smoke conditions pouring out of the building.
I get
So
it,
due to
Al.
the fire
I get
alarm
it.
going
I
off in the
understand.
building, we were able to get a head start
I'm in
on
the
that. It did
largest
not come
county
in
in the
as a
entire
structure fire.
country.
The crew was able to get on the scene quickly,
I understand.
and they found a gentleman who was trapped in his house with heavy smoke conditions. They were able to force the door, get him out.
14 grand
Thank
in
God they
just
got
Oakland?
there in a timely fashion because they were able to to get the ambulance to the gentleman to the ambulance for quick assistance for smoke inhalation, and he survived the incident.
I think
The crew
7
went
months,
out
Joe.
upstairs with the hose line and put out the fire. So I truly believe between having working smoke detectors, having Station 2 open again, and having professionally trained firefighters, that made the difference and saved that person's life. So I'd like to acknowledge the crew of Captain Duvall, Lieutenant Fari, Engineer Cosgrove, Engineer Chris Hill, Engineer Bergeron, Engineer John Smith, Firefighter Gomez, and Bud's ambulance. So please get a round of applause for the gentlemen who are watching. I'm sure they're watching at home.
Yeah, that's what he was saying right there. That's crazy. I didn't know Oakland was high. In fact, Texas
They are
is
truly
second
a
with
dedicated
105,000
and
in
amazing
Texas.
group of firefighters, and they do a great job for our community. And then lastly, the
Third
Dolton
is
Firefighter
Washington,
entry-level test is
46,000.
going to be on June 24th. We will be marketing that. Our major focus is recruitment.
What city
We're
has
working
the
on
most
programs
stolen cars
right now
per
between
capita?
CPR classes and initiative
Bakersfield,
programs,
California.
where we're getting the word out to everybody. And I'll be working with the mayor's office and the media to get the word out to everyone.
You're more likely to have your
everyone
car
in our
stolen
community
in
to take our
Bakersfield
test. So
than
we're
in
looking
any
forward to it.
city
And if there's no
in
other questions, that
any
will
part
complete
of
my
the
report.
country. How
Thank
awesome
you.
is that?
Next, we have Public Works.
Fucking
Stacey
Bakersfield,
Carrera.
dude.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everyone.
Come
This
on,
is
let's
the
get to the
productivity
good shit.
report for February, March, and April of 2023.
Maybe they weren't fighting that much back then.
As of then, Public Works has replaced 8 water valves, 4 emergency shutoffs,
21,000
11 water
population.
main breaks.
It's like Hollywood,
15
or less than
sewers
Hollywood.
cleaned, 87 street lights repaired,
Hollywood has a
30
million, I
trees
think.
cut down, 57
close.
trees trimmed, 17 street signs replaced, 106 locations pothole repaired, 22 restorations, and 29 vacant properties cleaned. As a reminder, Public Works hours are 7 a.m. to 3:30. If you see water coming from the ground, please contact us during those hours at 708-201-3280. And if it is after hours, please contact dispatch at 708-201-3240. Mayor, that concludes my report.
All right, thank you. And for the residents that don't know, we do have a second shift for Public Works. So if you see them after hours out there until 7, 8 o'clock at night, as long as it's daylight, they will pick up your debris, trash, fly dumping, anything like that. They will be out to help the residents. Next, we have housing and building and permits. William Moore.
Yeah, I got a little report.
All right, so we're going to go back to water.
There was a bus
Juanita.
that was stolen last night. Somebody hijacked
Good
a
evening,
bus,
Mayor, Board,
crashed it into a bunch
residents.
of
Just a
parked
quick
cars
report.
in the middle of the night
The water
downtown.
department is still looking for meter readers and water clerks. Also, the Village of Dolton Water Department is open on Monday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And Cedar still have money
know,
for your
Steady.
water bills. Thank you, Mayor.
Steadily, I don't know.
Next, we have housing and building and permits. William Moore.
Thank you, Mayor.
And I'm
Trustees,
gone,
newly elected
Chuck, and there's
trustees,
no more
our
smoking scam.
dedicated
Me and
board of
Stinks are
directors, to you, our precious residents.
Dang.
I'm going to give my report
Fucked up, Chuck.
for the month of March. I'll have combined for building as well as for housing. I'll start with housing. I'll give you the high level of revenue that's generated. We had 76 rental licenses that total $12,350. 51 multifamily inspection fees that total $10,400.
51.
66 as-is sale inspections that total $23,115. 15 escrow checks deposits that total $12,000. 71 housing tickets. And I just would like to say to Kim Austin and her team,
Think so,
who are
Ruben.
enforcing our ordinance, they've done a tremendous job. We're bringing in a total of $19,105. So just give it up for Kim Austin and her code enforcement. And the residents that called in, we need to continue to collaborate because you are our eyes. And so thank you for the residents who's calling. We just ask that more of you would do that so that we can come out and continue to serve. And the last one, vacant property registration for pro champs was $13,800, which gave us a total of $93,070. And for building and permits, I also give you at a high level 32 building permits at $36,523.47. 17 contractors licensed at $5,075. 12 homeowners permits at $1,750. And 13 plumbing permits at $2,210.
13.
That total revenue is $47,181.06. Combined total for the departments was $140,251.06. Mayor, that concludes my report. Thank you.
13
Thank
plumbing
you.
permits
Next,
in an
we have
entire
code
year.
enforcement, Kim
That's it.
Alpha.
Man, it's just tiny in a town where motherfuckers ain't pulling permits. Get the mic
Code
before you burn,
enforcement,
Dookie.
we wrote 300 tickets totaling $27,850. And that was for the month of March and April. And that will conclude my report.
Half of it we
All right,
couldn't hear.
thank you. Next, we have corporate bills. If you would, Trustee Stan Brown, would you read the bills?
I get the
into
population's 22K. I get it. I
Thank you, man.
understand. But still, you'd think there'd be more than 13 permits pulled in an entire fucking year or 33 cars stolen. You would figure that
Thank you,
there's probably
Mayor.
7,000
I'd just like to
cars
read,
at least in the city,
a bill report that came from
not including
finance
work trucks
department.
and police cars. And I mean, those get stolen
Corporate
too.
payment register is $226,845.55.
And cent.
Water funds, $390,361.89. Federal forfeiture funds, $6. Seward funds, $703.49. Melanie Fitness Center, $632.56. Homewood disposal bonds, $50 for a total corporate payments of $618,599.49. With that being said, I'd like to get a motion to accept these bills as read.
And what's the month?
This is for the month of February.
Put it in record. February what? February 28, 2020.
February the 28th, 2023.
All right. Is there a second?
I'll
You could buy
second.
him a vowel, but it
Any
wouldn't
discussion?
work here.
All right, call the roll.
No.
He's saying
Yeah,
cent.
you know before we
even
call
though
the
we
roll.
know it's
Okay.
cents.
See what's going on.
Is you got to change the method? The finance report?
What happened?
Come on,
You got to change it.
let's throw a little on.
Go ahead.
Trustee
Clerk.
Norwood,
Come on, throw something
No.
on it. Let's get the
Trustee
girl.
Brown, Stan
Yes.
Brown,
Girl going.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
No.
Trustee House,
Aye.
Trustee Holmes,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Belcher, like burp.
We have a tie.
We
We
got a
have,
tie.
no, we don't. We have 4-2.
Who don't
Oh,
know
I'm
how to
sorry.
count?
That's 4-2.
You don't know how to count.
Holmes, I'm sorry.
All right.
Motion passed.
Girl, you only counting to
all right.
six. How are you
Yes,
only counting to six? You're only counting to six. I mean, it's
Okay,
pay
ladies
my
and
bills.
gentlemen,
That's first grade.
I would like to continue my report.
All right.
How many stuffed
Can you
animals
say
are
the month,
there?
please?
There's
Yes, ma'am.
6. As in one more than 5.
This is for the month of March.
Shocking. This
The
shit is
31st, 2023 corporate payments. $304,723.09. Water funds, $328,701.10. Forfeiture, $6. Sewer funds, $1,064.11. Melanie Fitness Center, $227.80. For a total of corporate payments, $634,722.10. That was the corporate payments for March the 31st, 2023. Is there a motion to accept?
I motion.
It's been passed.
I'll second.
It's been a motion and second. You
I
are
agree,
funny.
Joe. Average Joe, I agree.
All right, motion and second.
Well, maybe they failed themselves in
Holmes
school.
and
I wasn't the
House.
greatest in
Trustee
school.
Norwood.
I could have paid more attention.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Yes.
As you can tell
Trustee
now.
Tammy Brown. Aye. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right. All right, one more.
Can't
Here we
wait
go.
to do this
If
shit
I can
live.
continue, I would like to read April the 3rd, 2023 corporate payment. $3,086,193.42. Gross payment, $310.23, $453,719.81. Gross payment 3/24/23, $476,144,191. Melanie Fitness, $46,094.92 for a total of $4,062,153.06. Their motion to accept the payment is read.
Is there a second?
I'd second.
Guys, we're
Any discussion?
this many days,
Mayor, if
11
I could
days
recognize-
away from watching this
I
live.
do have a counter motion.
I can't
there are
wait.
A few items on here.
Funny enough as it is, that's on April
I would
1st,
suggest
and I'm not
removal,
pulling
so
your leg. It's not
I'm
an
not in
April
favor
Fool's joke.
of all bills on the warrant list. Thank you.
First Monday of every month.
All right.
It's supposed to be the
Anyone
first and
else?
third. We were already there
It's
on
up
the
for
third. They
discussion,
didn't
so
show up.
anything y'all want to discuss,
So here we
and
go.
get clarity of right now, so we can pay all the
First
bills and move
15th.
forward. Will be nice.
This month
So
coming
any
up.
questions
in
y'all have
April?
about a bill, can you please ask? We will answer, and we can move forward. Trustee Norwood, go ahead.
Hey, Mayor, I got a question. I see the 45,000 for the pool deposit. What will be the total amount?
Say that one more time. You saw what?
A $44,000 on the warrant list. It says for pool deposit for the pool.
Oh, to fix the swimming pool, but I'm gonna let finance answer all the questions, all the bills. Go ahead, Janice.
More bills.
The total amount is 88,000.
Okay, Mayor, if I can be recognized.
Let her finish. Go ahead.
Okay, just in regards to that, and a couple of other things on the items, I would like for them to go to my main thing with some of the things that's on here. Is if they can go to the cow so that we can kind of discuss like exactly with the Melanie's Fitness. I know that you said that we'll have the pool on one side and the police department on the other. If we can kind of get a little clarity in regards to our total plan, in regards to the pool, and then how I'll be operated, if the police will be on one side, or how that'll all, what's your plans with that? Maybe at a cow, just so I could be clear in regards to like the deposit before moving forward with things. like the
Okay,
pool.
so here I can answer now. I don't have to wait for a cow because this been sitting here for several months. So I prefer to respond now. My plan is to open the new Melanie Fitness up as a police station. We're working on grant funding to do the build out for the police station. Until we get the grant money, we would like to open the swimming pool area for the kids. So right now it's not being utilized. Right now we have a pool full of water, and I want to fix it so that kids can learn how to swim and they can utilize the pools that's in Dolton and don't have to go outside of the village just to get services. So I would like the board to stand with me and vote to fix and repair the pool so we can utilize, because it's just sitting there dormant. And then also we can use it as a revenue stream by having, like, for instance, the fire department, they use it as diving in different pool areas. They go and they rent facilities out and they use that as a training facility. We could do the same thing here in the village of Dolton, but we have options to make revenue with our pool. Right now we're doing nothing with it. So that's my plan.
That needs to go. Okay, so in regards to the police side, because I know that at one point, is everything inside? Like, did you all make changes in regards to any remodeling of some sort? Did you all get started with that?
We haven't done anything.
Okay.
We're waiting on funds.
Okay. Do we have like an approximate time in regards, because I know summer's approaching. So I guess I want to know if the game plan is to have it open at a certain time if we did move forward with the pool part, or are there some repairs that needs to be done prior to opening it for the residents? And that's why I said maybe have like a cow meeting. So
That's what's on the agenda. But it's been on the agenda several times. That's why I don't want to keep pushing the can down the road. So the same bill been on the business
down the
for
road?
last 6 months.
No. My question is in regards to, do you know about how much it'll cost to get it up and running at this point? You said no more police department. So if we're not worrying about the police department anymore, we're going to open it up like it once was the Melanie
Right, it'd
Fitness.
just be half of it. It'd be the left side, which is the pool side.
Okay.
So right now it costs, she said, $88,000 to repair the pool, so we can rent the pool to the public, so they
Okay.
can have swimming lessons, things of that nature, to the kids. The youth.
Okay. So once the pool is done, there's no real remodeling cost in regards to just open it up for the public.
Correct.
Okay.
Because we're not doing a police station until we get grant funding in to do the build out.
Feces. Okay.
Why is that going
Any
on?
more
Jason,
questions?
you were at the ribbon cutting. Dubs was at
If
the
I can be
ribbon
recognized.
cutting.
Sure. Go ahead.
And Steve
Okay. Well,
was
the
at
mayor,
the
the
ribbon
items
cutting.
that I was
Why are we in a town
looking
that
to
burns
amend
dookie?
the motion on are similar items that have been up there for a while. They were not approved in our prior budget, and that's the reason that I'm suggesting that these not be approved. And look at our most recent financials. our financial condition was that we have a $3.7 million in our general fund. My suggestion would be to hold off on these until our next budget period, which we
That's
are
me,
we are
Jason,
up
and
for a
Dale.
new budget this time. Include these items in the budget, and then that way maybe we can move it forward. But I'm not in favor of this
burning
time of a few bills, so I'll read those depending on the outcome of this vote.
Trustee, with all due respect, you guys have had several months to go over these bills lists. You have people that's sitting in the crowd right now waiting to get their payment that's due to them. It's a shame that the village hires people, meaning the board. Y'all voted for certain contractors to do work in the village, and then y'all don't want to sign the check so that they can get their money that's owed to them. That's not fair, and I think y'all should make it right today, and you guys should move forward with paying everybody and start over with a clean slate. It shouldn't be they have to wait another month or wait for a budget season or anything like that, because they are owed the money. You are familiar with the Prompt Payment Act, correct, trustee?
When is
Are you
budget
familiar with the
season?
Prompt Payment Act? That means you have 30 days to pay a vendor, especially the vendors that's waiting on their money. So my advice to the Board of Trustees is to make everybody whole and pay them what's owed to them. Because now we're looking at lawsuits, which I'll see what's happening now because of your stall tactics. And you will also be in court, and you will be personally reliable for people's bills because you don't want to pay people for whatever reason you have. You're not stating any other reason why you don't want to pay anybody. It's been over 6 months, and I think it should be made whole to the public for the services that we're providing for them. That's why we hired them. So is anybody willing to
get
make
heat.
the
get it.
residents whole by
She is
paying the
single, Chuck.
vendors that's been owed for 6 months, Board of Trustees? All right, call the roll.
Ain't no stopping us
Excuse
now.
me. This vote is
We on the move.
No, this vote is to approve as read by Trustee Stan Brown to pay the bills.
Gotcha.
Can she cook? I don't know. You'd have to ask.
No,
Right,
it's
that's why I'm
the
clear.
motion and second as read, meaning to pay all the bills as read by
All the
Trustee Stan
bills?
Brown, second by Trustee Holmes. We had discussion and the discussion's over. Now call the roll as relates to whether they're gonna pay the bills or not.
Ooh, she getting a little testy. We'll find out what you gonna
No.
pay.
Trustee Stan Brown,
Yes.
Trustee Tammy Brown,
No.
Trustee House,
No.
Trustee Holmes,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
No.
Oh, they ain't
Motion
getting
failed.
paid.
As always, we are indebted residents. I always try to educate you of what's going on in your village. You see here with your own two eyes. It's a shame that we owe people money and we have not paid them. We have vendors that's in the crowd right now. If there's a vendor that would like to address this body, you can come to the podium and talk about what's owed. Come on up, vendors,
Here we go.
because this is ridiculous.
They're owed
When
money.
you guys call the
Just
village
told
of
them they ain't
Dolton
paying.
residents, I
Now
make
what?
sure we get it done, whether it's a vacancy, cut vacant property, whether it's snow removal, anything. You want sidewalks done, you want streets done, you want alleys paved. Anything that you ask to be done, we make it happen. And it's a shame that they're holding up their finance. Go ahead.
I'm Dwayne Straska from Five Star Paving Concrete. I would just like to point out I've been doing work here for about 7 years. About 9 months ago, you guys all voted on having parking lots paved.
Thank you.
You had no problem voting to have me do the work. But now every month for the last 8-9 months, you don't want to pay me. I haven't reached out to my attorney, but I am going to reach out tomorrow. I don't want to bring more burden onto this village with more lawsuit, more debt. That wasn't my intentions. But I am personally going to ask my attorney if I could personally sue you guys for voting me down because you voted for it, but now you don't want to pay. So I don't know if I could sue the village and personally sue you guys too. I'm just going to see. I don't know.
Happened. The mayor.
But no, I'm just saying.
No
I'm
sign.
just pointing that out. I don't know if that's possible, but I will look into it. Now I'm going to. And I also just want to point out to the village chair, for you residents, Greenwood, look at what's going on over there. You got all these villages that these kids could go play ball, do stuff, family value stuff. It starts out with the little guys. They go out and play ball. They have fun. They stay out of crime. If the little guys are breaking windows and vandalizing houses, what happens? They keep growing up, doing more and more bad things. So let's keep the little guys occupied. I kept going for this village because I see all the other villages have all these opportunities for their kids. I haven't been paid. And I put a lot of time and money into this village because I see little kids need a lot of help. And hopefully, I can only say with the trustees that vote this stuff out and the trustees that do not vote for different programs for bonds with the state, that they choose not to because they don't want to let the mayor and her agenda move forward to do good things for this village. I hope the devil releases you, honestly. In the name of Jesus, I hope I gotta go. Hey, Keith, you said bring a smile. Well, I got it.
Well, thank you. And that is Dwayne from 5 Star. As he just stated, he's been here before I even been mayor, and he's been doing concrete for the village for several years. And one thing I love about him is his passion and his drive to continue to do the work when people put up gridlock like my board has done, and continue to beautify our areas like we need in the Black and brown communities. So thank you, Dwayne, for everything you've done. I know the village owes you $1 billion, basically, for all the concrete and the things that they voted for. And I don't understand why they won't make you whole and pay for the concrete that they told you to do. So that's what's so heartbreaking, residents, of why we try to point it out to you so you can see why the gridlock, and it doesn't make any sense.
Mayor,
Next we have.
Can I ask Dave a question?
Here we go.
Okay, let me go to him. Go ahead.
Good evening. My name is Laurel with Laurel's Four Season Lawn Care Service. I was one of the first vendors when you guys started the grass program. Knocked out everything you guys requested from me, and every time we got a call from a vacant property needed to be cleaned up, cleaned out, we was on top of it. Haven't had any problems until last year with extra payment. It's been over, like you say, 6 months and still waiting to see what's going on. I have reached out to my attorney. He told me to stop here to see what what goes from here.
Yeah.
So I'm in the process of actually, unfortunately, filing a lawsuit.
Okay. So this is another example of another vendor. As you guys call about the vacant property that you stay next door to, we call companies out and they come and they maintenance for us. They keep it cut, trimmed, and they pick up the debris. The problem is the board refuses to pay them or make them whole. And they little mom and pop stores like anybody else would be. And it's a shame that you will hold up their paycheck. It's just the same way if you work for Amazon or a different company. You will look for your check in 2 weeks. You will look for that manager if you ain't got your money. So it's the same concept right now. And I'm asking the board of trustees to have a change of heart, to make these vendors whole. They both play to you like they always do. And I think it's time to stop with the gridlock and actually help the people out. Anybody want to change their vote?
If I can be recognized, Mayor.
Trustee Norwood, Trustee Brown, Tabby Brown, no. Trustee Kiana Belcher, no.
I have 2 comments, Mayor.
Yeah, you got comments. You want to change your vote too?
Would you like to hear my comments, Mayor?
Yeah, if you're going to change your vote, go ahead.
Okay. Right now, unless I'm missing it, so please somebody point it out to me because I'm not, I'm genuine and not trying to be sarcastic. Laurel's Four Seasons is not on this warrant list. I believe he'd been paid in a previous warrant list, or at least, so if he hadn't received the payment, that check may be around Village Hall, but I don't see it. But if I'm missing it, please somebody let me know on the warrant list what page that one is on. Second, I did have a question for the gentleman 5 Star, and I will say I don't know that this is generally this would not be the form that I would mention this in because I don't think it's the proper format. However, I will note another concern. About 30% of the invoices that are showing up on this warrant list are from 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021. The board only began removing items about 6 months ago. And those were because of because again, as I stated before, $3.7 million in deficit. And now we're over budget. So when we look at our new budget, which was my suggestion, I say less included. I'm not saying do not pay them. I am saying that we have to make sure we stay within our budget. So my question, if you choose to answer or not, because I don't know that I think this is the proper forum for it, but I would say yes. But I would say yes because these are invoices that date back to before this administration as well. That is also a concern that for many months, we've been seeing invoices that date back multiple years, even when there was no gridlock. And what's happening that's delaying it? Because how do we know that we don't come to another board meeting next month and have invoices on there from 2017, 2016?
And he had budget problems or whatever, he chose not to pay some of my invoices. And I reached out many times and said, when am I getting paid on them? And they would pay some. If you can go back and look at your records for the last 2-3 years, you'll see some of them invoices were paid 2 years, 3 years past due. I got payment on them a year ago, year and a half, 2 years ago. So they're all documented in your system.
Okay, Al, thank you.
Correct. So
I will say this. I'm just,
you know, and I continue to keep doing work. And like I said, I've been paid in 8-9 months here, and I kept going forward with the Greenwood project because I do want to see that finished. Because I want to see these little kids have fun and have, you know, look at the basketball field. These kids are all taking time. They're out there playing now. Wait till the rest of the thing gets open. You know, there's all kinds of different events that can happen there. Not only just for the kids, for the adults too. You could have car shows there. You could have a jazz night. I mean, there's unlimited amount of things you can do there. You can use that ice rink up there for stuff and whatever. You know, we got the barbecue going down pretty soon. What, 27? Is that correct? So hopefully you guys.
and I would say this again, sir, as a business owner as well, if you had a budget and you were $3.7 million over that budget, you would at least reconsider in your future budget how to bring things kind of collectively together. So I'm not saying that do not, but I am bringing that in there.
Situation too. You've got a budget. You have 3 water mains blow up. You got to fix them. The fire truck goes down. What? We're not going to fix the fire truck because we're out of budget.
Did you fix the fire truck?
No, I'm just saying. If you're telling me.
Are you fixing the water main? I mean, you're bringing up.
Okay.
Other things go down. We're just going to push them to the side. We're not going to worry about fixing them and paying for them.
Right.
Is that correct?
Oh, well.
Confused.
So if you're ready, I can make the motion for the bills, man.
Okay. Trustee, I still believe you should make everybody whole. And if you had any comments, concerns, or anything that you're speaking to now, you should have brought it up. You didn't had over 8 months to bring up anything that you feel is wrong with anybody's bill. All of a sudden, you want to make it convenient that that's your issue with the bill. So if you feel that's the issue, take out what you feel is out, what that's wrong with his bill, and then y'all go fix that and pay him for what he's owed. So why don't you do that since that's your concern, right? Take out whatever old bills you feel, and then you two meet, and then y'all make it right, but pay him for his current bills. And then second, why is it that you're saying as it relates to paying Laurel Lee lawn service, you write the checks, you tell me where the check at. Why that man ain't got his money? You sign on the checks. So when you say it's not on the warrant list and he ain't received this check, why is that, trustee?
Is it on the warrant list? I asked the question. That was
No,
real.
I just
Is it on
checked.
there?
It's not.
It's not on there. And I'm saying this, the gentleman that you brought up here indicated he hadn't been paid. It's not on the warrant list. The board doesn't create the warrant list.
Okay, so trustee, as I just stated, you write the check. Where is the check then? Because I don't have anything. You do. So all I'm saying to you before you start pointing fingers and saying, well, where is it? You the one is responsible for it, trustee. So make sure you give that man his check.
Checks, Mayor.
You do.
I think
you sign the check,
you're
and I think
right
you should
now.
get it.
You're searching.
I'm not. So I'm advising you to make sure you make that man whole, find his check, give him his money. And then the other thing is make sure you make Dwayne whole, take out whatever old invoice you have or that you feel you're not comfortable with all of a sudden, and then make him whole. There's no need to keep holding up this progress on paying any bills. And then what other bills would you like to take out, trustee? Since all 4 of you together, nobody want to make nobody whole.
Would you like me to make the motion now, Mayor?
I do not. So what other bills? This is a discussion. So what bills would you like to remove?
When I
so we
make
can
the
discuss?
motion, I'll list the bills.
Trustee,
Just throwing it
if you want to talk about it, talk about what bills you would like to remove so we can address them.
I've had all the discussion that I choose to. So
Okay, so we're not paying the bills? All right, moving on.
I have a motion on the bills.
No, you don't. You don't control the meeting. You're not paying the bills. We're moving on. Next on the agenda
I motion
is
that we suspend the order of business here.
anyway. Next on the agenda is new business. So
Anyway.
is there a motion to approve
Attorney Delgado, we have a
approval
motion and
of
second
two
to
new?
suspend the order.
Anyway. Shit's like high school and shit. Anyway.
You got to pay some bills. We haven't had a meeting in 6 weeks.
6 weeks. See, that's why they didn't show up. 6 weeks.
Sheesh.
Come on. At least they moved the flags.
Okay, the attorney say discuss your items so then I can amend your motion. So go ahead.
So my motion is to approve the bills read by, read into record by Trustee Brown, removing the following bills. Apostolic Independent Contractors, $5,133.34 on page 2. Country Lane Gazebos, $90,000 on page 6. DL3 Sons Property, $178,900, page 8. Fioretti Campbell Law, $32,924.70, page 10. 5-Star, $1,032,935, page 12. Johnny Jefferson, $13,000, page 16. Orland Park Cyclery, $8,900, page 19. And White Coat Pool Solutions, $44,192.50, page 23. So that was my motion.
All right, is there a second?
Second.
All right, any discussion? Okay, what I'm sick and tired of is you guys not doing y'all job as trustees, and every single time you come, you want to pick and choose who you pay. That's targeted. You guys are picking on certain vendors as it relates to moving the village forward, as it relates to getting things done for the residents. And I hope the residents pay attention to this and remember this as it relates to your bills not getting paid because they feel that they should. It got nothing to do with no deficit. It got nothing to do with we don't have the money, because we do. And the reason why I say that, then fire y'all attorney. Fire the man that cost us $1 million that we don't have. You said we ain't got no money, right? But it's good for you, but it ain't good for the residents. But you're going to make the residents pay the $1 million lawsuit that you guys got for Odison, but you guys don't want to pay for the services that's due to the people. I have a problem with that, trustee, and you should too. You should be ashamed that you sit up here every single board meeting and waste our time and have nothing concrete to bring to this village but disruption, division, chaos, and gridlock. And it's a shame that these other 3 trustees sit here and go with the get along gang or go with the program because it's beneficial to you all and not the people. When would y'all stop doing things for self and start putting the people first? That's my question to the Board of Trustees, because right now it's a shame that we are right here where we at. I'm asking the Board of Trustees to pay the bills once again, as I always do, but you guys won't do it, right? Just like that lawsuit, right? Y'all walked out and we got hit with a $33 million lawsuit. Y'all did not pay the other people for the lawsuit when they came here, the attorneys, about 2 board meetings ago. Y'all did not pay that man $30,000. So he rejected, reneged, whatever you want to call it, from a lawsuit that the village was at, fought for, right? That we was at state for, and you guys didn't pay that man. So who covers the village? That's what I want to know. Who covers the village? If you guys not willing to pay attorneys, you guys not willing to pay nobody to cover us, who protects us, people? Y'all need to wake up, residents, because they got it mixed up. And someone has to take the burden of the residents and take care of the people. One thing I love about Delgado Law Firm is he's the only lawyer that keep on coming, just like Dwayne does, keep on coming and helping our village. But when we gonna say enough is enough? Because this is ridiculous. This is like sad. Every single board meeting we come to, we don't want to pay bills. I don't know how y'all run your household, but you gotta pay your bills. You don't pay your water bill, your water go off. You don't pay your light bill, your light go off. But with us, we think that the faucet gonna keep running and it ain't never gonna stop if we don't pay our bill. One thing I do love about Dwayne is that he has been keeping up with the village of Dolton. When other people don't have it to front, he still comes and help us. We need more vendors, more people just like that. And that's a shame that we are here. So I thank everybody for coming out tonight. Go ahead, Dwayne. What you got?
14 minutes. Where was you? Was I sleeping the whole time?
I just did an EPA issue for you guys, which you guys have been fine and tagged. But I did it. I cleaned up a lot of the group for your village. Stacy took off for that. And the bill hasn't been submitted yet because I did some big rush to submit it because you don't pay anything. I really hate to see vendors sue because that's only put more burden on the taxpayers. I don't know where you guys get to pick and choose who you want to pay, but there's also, you know, another couple vendors that do concrete just like I was doing, but they've been being paid. So how do you choose who you want to pay? That's a lawsuit there. You can't do that. I mean, you can't pay one vendor that does the same thing that I'm doing and then refuse to pay me. I mean, it's not right.
It's not.
Well,
Well,
that was for several
thank you
jobs.
so much. I
throughout 8
appreciate
months
you.
of time,
Please call the roll, clerk.
He's probably doing random lots within the village. That's one.
Sure.
You know, the ones that are city owned.
I wish that was true.
I wish too.
I agree. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. Board of Trustees. I feel you. I hear you. Yes, ma'am. The what? Okay. Oh, yes.
But Maria, that's what makes it kind of fun.
So, I mean, I like the idea of fixing the pool and whatever needs to be done. So we can move forward, but in the meantime, I need my son to get some kind of training program.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So where's the money going?
Yes.
And another issue, I have a drain in front of my house. I've been calling the public works for the past 2 years. They're saying that the truck is down, and up until now, nobody has come.
Okay. So we would deal with that citizens address. So Carmen can handle it for you now. And then also you can see Stacy Carrell about
And
that
again,
issue.
if you have somebody speaking
All
in
right,
the
thank
crowd,
you.
you give them
Go
a
ahead,
mic,
keep-
one
call the roll,
mic on a
please.
stand for everybody to walk up to, like LA City does. This isn't
This motion
rocket
is
science.
to approve all the bills with the exceptions of the bills read into record by Trustee House. It was motioned by House and seconded by Belcher. Trustee Norwood. Trustee Stan Brown.
No.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
No, pay the bills.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right. How many votes you got? Okay. All right. Next on the agenda.
I got one more.
You got one more? Oh,
Yeah.
snaps. Okay.
I like this guy.
All right.
These are the bills for May the 1st,
It makes me laugh.
2023. Corporate payments. $1,929,312.14. Gross payroll for April the 7th, 2023, $447,484. $447,000. $484.58. $466,077.77. $1,850.32 for Melanie Fitness Center, with a total corporate payments of $2,844,724.81.
How is he paying any bills?
The motion to accept.
Can't
bills
even
is being
read the bill.
All right. Is there a second?
Okay, sir.
The motion
Now we
is
will
second.
begin
Any
to
discussion?
proceed to obtain your
All right,
IQ and aptitude tests.
My God. See what you're good at, sir.
Trustee Norwood.
We're gonna do the under over cent.
Trustee Stan Brown.
on him.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Every time he
Trustee
says cent,
House.
it's gonna be like, oh.
Trustee Holmes.
Hey.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right. Next on the agenda is there a motion to terminate the contract of Otison's Third
You wonder
Murphy,
why the bills
Frazier,
ain't
and
getting
McGrath
paid.
LTD as legislative
We can't
counsel? Is there a motion?
$14,000 bill you
Is there a
give him, he
second?
sends you
I
$1,400.
second.
All right, it's been motion and second. Any discussion?
We paid you in full, man. What are you talking
Any
about? I
discussion,
sent it
board?
to you.
No?
Huh?
Y'all got nothing to say, huh?
Sent me
Okay.
10%.
So I put this on the agenda because this is the Board of Trustees Legislative Council. This is the attorney that they pay all the extra money to. So when they talk about they ain't got money to pay vendors, this is what I was stating. Did you guys know that this board have sued us several different times and have lost? All of them. So that's wasteful spending. So I want to give y'all the facts so y'all can understand the gridlock, the fighting, the issues that we have here as a body, and the money that's been wasteful spending because they're spending your money without your consent. So you should ask them, fire your attorney, and then we will have our services such as our streets, our sidewalks, our alleys, our new water meters, our things that's due to us as residents. So I'm gonna have Keith Freeman read you the lawsuit so you can hear from the horse's mouth of the things we fight with because they get attitude, they get in their feelings or be mad about whatever, and then they go put us in court, including the clerk too, all of them. All right, go ahead.
Feelings. They get
number
their
one.
feelings.
Boyd versus Henyard security detail case number 22 CH 3320- TRO was denied. It was also dismissed with prejudice in March of 2023. Number two, Boyd.
And explain to them what it is so they'll know.
So this was a case where the Board of Trustees sued the mayor's office for her security detail. She was assigned a police officer from the police department in our CBA contract, as well as with most municipalities, the mayor is entitled to a police security detail, and so the board took her to court for her security detail and the hours in which they spent. Number two, Board versus Henyard appointments case. This is trying to vacate the entire police and fire board so they won't be able to hire, promote, discipline, or fire first responders. Fire department, $15 an hour. Water clerks under the CBA. The board was supposedly didn't want to give advice and consent. That was case number 22 CH 3602. The motion to dismiss is pending. This was a case in which the mayor appointed a police and fire commission. The reason why we need a police and fire commission is to hire police officers and firefighters. Without a police and fire commission, it is almost impossible to get new recruits and or replenish our officers and emergency services. This case was also an appointment case where the board decided that they wanted to take over the employment duties of the mayor's office, and they wanted to fire water clerks. I believe it was the finance director and other personnel that related and other related personnel. But again, that case number was 22 CH 3602. The motion to dismiss is pending. Number three is,
and then let me add, that's the young lady y'all saw today that went through the academy, and she's now a new police officer. And then we also got two young African-American firefighters as well with that new board. So I'm just giving you examples of things that we're actually doing, but they're trying to hold up or the gridlock for no reason at all. Go ahead.
Number three is Key versus Henyard. This was trying to get a declaratory judgment that the mayor won't violate the FOIA rules and regulations to try to place blame for all the FOIA things.
Can't they just be good
on the mayor.
firefighters?
This case was number 22 CH 3329, and the TRO was denied. The leave to amend was denied, and the motion to dismiss is pending. This is a case where the clerk's office sued the mayor's office to try to take blame, to try to make the mayor's office take blame for the process of FOIAs, Freedom of Information Act requests. Again, those motions, again, with the TRO, which is a temporary restraining order, was denied. The leave to amend was denied, and the motion to dismiss is pending. Basically, if you are the FOIA officer, you are responsible for FOIAs and everything that is included in that.
Which is the clerk.
Which is the clerk's office. That's why it says Key versus Henyard.
Yep.
Number four is all of the recall referendum election litigation. This includes the appeal to the Illinois Appellate Court and the petition to leave to appeal for the Illinois Supreme Court. In those cases, all of those cases, the mayor was victorious. She was not recalled. It was considered null and void. And well, you guys still see her sitting right here. So number five is Olson v. Henyard, 22 CH 10511. seeking $128,000 in attorney fees for a few months of work in 2022, preliminarily on all the cases above and mandamus to have the mayor's bills, to have the mayor approve the bills. Basically, this was the attorney's firm, the legislative council, suing the mayor's office for unpaid
No,
legal
Allison.
fees
Hello.
for the trustees. Most of those bills were the board. Most of those bills included the board suing the mayor, and no real legislative action. Am I correct in saying that?
That's
Mayor?
correct.
Okay. The next one is number 6, Olson v. Village of Dolton, 23L 2808, seeking $191,000 in attorney's fees for the last few months in 2022. Again, for preliminary work on all of the above cases under the breach of contract theory. Basically, what that states is that we had an agreement, and so you're supposed to pay these bills. But we also had an agreement with that young man who just left. The young man who just left, who did all the concrete work. So I guess it's fair to say that, the board doesn't honor any agreements. That is all I have, Mayor.
Right.
Man.
So that's a motion and a second on the floor.
Mayor,
I'm
if I
giving
could be
you-
recognized.
They are due.
Okay, 1 second. I'm
Right.
giving you guys example of what's going on with your money, how it's been spent and utilized for the things they're not telling you.
Utilize.
So this is all at their discretion. This is all to benefit them as a board, but not the people. It's not one ordinance, not one law, resolution. Nothing has been written to benefit the people, but it's to benefit them and what they want to do as it relates to gridlock and hold the village up. Go ahead, trustee.
Okay, two comments on this one. One is what was conveniently omitted was the lawsuit the mayor's office filed against the board because the mayor's name was removed off the bank account. That case is still pending. However, at this time, the judge reviewed the facts, as Trustee Steve generally says. So I want to channel my inner Trustee Steve and say the judge reviewed the facts of the case, saw all the evidence put in front of us, and has still determined that the bank account, that the mayor's name should not be placed back on the bank account.
That's not
that's
true.
not a loss. That's still something that was done through legislative council. Point two, and as I heard the administrator making his comments on the cases, I'm approximating here, so please correct me again. I heard 2 cases that had $121,000 from Olson Stirk and $198,000, which estimates about $330,000 worth of legislative council
Audit
fees.
the audit.
The mayor comes and says 600,000, $1 million, $1.5 million.
It's $1 million.
But again, it was just read into the record by the village administrator, the amounts. I would also comment that the $300,000 that we're speaking of in terms of fees, one, would not be there if we followed proper process and procedure. That's the reason we end up in court. And 2, would not be because of that. That's some of the things that we're doing when we talk about removing things because they were not in the budget before making these adjustments. These items were being paid recklessly and blatantly by the mayor's office. It requires 2 signatures on checks. We got 6 months worth of checks with 1 signature on it. These items would have continued to move forward, and we would have been out of 1.6 or more dollars were it not for this legislative council. And my comments, Mayor.
All right. So just so everybody know how it go when you run a municipality such as this. I am the chief operator for the village of Dolton. So my signature will always get approved as it relates to going into a bank. The clerk only contests to my signature. I don't need 2 signatures. I don't need her to cash a check. I do not. It has always been that way, and it is that way. These 2, the clerk and that trustee right there that wants to be in charge so bad, went into a bank and removed me off a bank account. How illegal is that? We are in court to this day. So if you're going to tell the story right, we are in court to this day as relates to the findings and what will happen. No judge has not found it that I should be removed or off of a bank account. The judge did not do anything because elections was going on. So she did not rule on anything. She said we will have court coming up at the end or middle of May. I mixed the dates up. But that's when we will have court as relates to signage on the bank account. Who do you know? If you go to any municipality, any city, the mayor signs the check. It's not the board of trustees. This board want to run this village like a mayor type of government. It is not. It is ran by the mayor. when any men held this position, y'all didn't buck at them. Any men held this position, such as Riley, Shaw, Lewis, all of them. I saw them all here. Didn't do nothing. Didn't bite. You didn't bark at them. You didn't say nothing to them. Trustee House, you sat there on mute and you voted with the get along gang. So what I'm saying is now, as a woman, the first female mayor of Dolton, why I gotta have all this controversy? Why I gotta have all this back and forth with my board? For what? When I put you in your seat, Trustee House, Trustee Belcher, never would have been a trustee. I the one made it possible for you guys to sit where you are now, but yet you guys want to be gridlocked for no reason. And all I want to do is help the people. That's it. I grew here. The rest of them flew here. I say that all the time because I really care about where I grew up at, and I want to fix it. It's a shame that we got to sit here and have board meetings this long for no reason when we don't have board meetings because they don't want to pay the bills. If they don't want to pay the bills, what's the point of coming to look at each other? We only come to take care of the business, which is, hey, you're going to vote for the bills or you're not going to vote for the bills. But it's said that we have to constantly do the same show every single board meeting. All I ask is review what you're supposed to before you get here. Be prepared for the board meeting. Ask your questions, get your answers, and then come here and let's take care of the business like they do in other municipalities. They come, they vote, and they go. But us, we stay here 2, 3, 4 hours. Even under Raleigh administration, we was in here 4 hours, 5 hours. Oh. It's a shame. All I'm asking right now is do what's right. If you keep saying that y'all don't have money and this and that, fire your attorney. Why do you need the attorney? If you don't have money, you shouldn't be paying for an extra attorney that does nothing but what you guys want because you're not putting together nothing for the people. So my motion stands as relates to get rid of Oderson and Sturk and Murphy, Frazier and McGrath, fire them, and let's make it right. That's what I'm at.
Just fire them, make it right.
Go ahead, make your comment and let's move forward.
I love it.
I just wanted to say for the record, I did point out that it was $128,000, and let the record reflect it was $191,000, and those were the bills that we were sued for, not the total amount of bills that we were billed for. So I just want to make that point out, not what we were billed for, what we've been sued for. Thank you, ma'am.
All right, Clerk Key, call the roll.
Trustee Norwood.
No.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Thank you. No.
Trustee House.
No.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
No.
All right.
Motion failed.
So what's suspended? That's what you can cut right there. You want to trim fat right there on y'all attorney. Now pay for the resident stuff. Next on the agenda is approval of 2 new insurance payments in the amount of $2,039.35 regarding Lavender and $5,000 regarding Lowy and Lowy for settlement agreement to CCMSI. Is there a motion?
The motion.
Is there a second?
I second.
All right, it's been motion and second. I'm going to have the attorney explain what these are. We put them on here so that you can take this settlement offer and it will alleviate some of our issues. Go ahead.
If I may be recognized, just in an effort to, would you be okay with bundling A, B, C, and D? I'm completely in favor of all and having one group.
Okay, let him explain this one really quick. Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor, Madam Clerk, members of the board. Lavender and Lavender are residents of the village living at 14435 University Avenue. Tree owned and maintained by the village fell and damaged their home. They had damage in excess of $3,000. This is to settle with the Lavenders for $2,039.35. With regard to Lovey and Lovey, they represented the Better Government Association, who submitted a FOIA on February 8th of 2002 that the village did not respond to. We have subsequently tendered all the records requested. They're willing to dismiss their lawsuit and waive civil penalties and costs and the bulk of their legal fees and accept $5,000 in settlement.
All right, any questions?
I have a question, Mayor.
Go ahead.
Just in reference to the Lovey and Lovey settlement, for FOIA, I just heard that the village administrator said about we were in court about the clerk FOIA. So now we're being sued because of these type of actions.
This
exactly
easy. Yeah,
I'm
this was
asking,
from
that's
February 8th of 22.
Kickbacks from those
Okay, I just
companies,
wanted to
Sky.
clarify. All right, thank you.
Those are their friends. They give their friends the
Would you
big
be okay with
contract.
bundling
Contract.
A, B, C, and
They
D?
get the
I wanna
contract and
explain
kick
them,
back money
so I
to
have
the
to
one
go
who
through and
kicked
make a
them the
vote. So I
contract.
wanna
Does that
go
make
through each
sense?
one.
Okay.
All right. Any more questions? All right. Call the roll.
It's usually how it works.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee
What are
Belcher.
chitterlings,
Motion passed.
Nicole?
All
I don't know
right.
what those are.
Next on the agenda
chitlins?
is, well, can I have a motion
Like
to
the
approve
pork?
ordinance number
the
23
pig in-
amending Title 5, Police Regulations, Chapter 4, Animals and Animal Control, and Chapter 4A, Dogs and Cats, and adopting Chapter 4B, Dangerous Dogs of the Village of Dolton Municipal Code. So the reason why I put this on here is I put this on there in the past. It was related to loose dogs. We have a serious
Pig
problem
intestine,
with
right?
animals
Yeah,
being on the loose,
I don't know.
and it's being vicious
Never had
dogs
it.
and pit bulls. We have had several attacks in our village, and I'm asking the
Chicharrones
board
are
of
different,
trustees
aren't
to make it right and
That's
basically
pork
vote
rind.
for
That's like
this
skin.
ordinance. I put it on there before. They voted it down. I'm praying that they vote for it this time because now pit bull got a hold of two babies, two little kids. And when the dog attacked the baby, it chewed the arm up to the bone.
Jeez.
And someone came out and shot the dog and saved the kids. The dog is gone, but the kids are in going through rehab, things of that nature. And then
That's what I
not too
thought,
long ago,
Johnny.
we had another situation on I think it was Oak or ever,
it's different,
and a
right?
dog attacked a man, and a neighbor had to run out and get that dog off of that individual.
Pork
So I'm
rinds are
just giving you examples of loose dogs, mainly pits, the
No,
village
Taiji.
of Dog. In
First
village
of
of
the month on
Dolton,
April.
and no one's doing nothing about it. No one's saying who dog it is. No one has tags on their dogs. Now I'm just trying to put more of a stringent fee on there of $2,500 if you have a loose pig. Hopefully now you would do something about your animal instead of it attacking someone's kid or kill someone, and then
What's up,
I don't
Josh?
want something bad else to happen. So that's the reason for me putting this on here. I put it on there prior to, didn't pass. I'm praying it passed this time because now I hate the fact that I keep coming back to my board and being reactive, and they don't want to be proactive, because we could have been ahead of this if we would have just voted for it, been on the books. We could have put more stringent fees on people, but we could not because this was not in place. So that's the reason for that. Please call the
Ma'am, it's discussion.
Oh, go ahead. No, y'all here now. Go ahead.
Look, she don't want to go.
I just have
Go ahead.
two comments in reference to this because yes, you did put it on the agenda before, but even as of now, you just saying to add fees to it. You just stated that you don't know who these dogs belong to. So who are you charging the fees to if you don't know who they belong to?
Oops.
Also, at that time, you had hired a animal control. We got a whole new vehicle, somebody on payroll for animal control. So even with this, and I'm definitely for it, but you keep saying we're being reactive when we purchased a vehicle that wasn't in the budget. We added somebody on payroll that wasn't in the budget. And now we're at the point where, yes, to make the amendment, but you're saying charge them $2,500. Who are you charging if we don't know who they belong to?
Well, that show you don't pay attention to what goes on in your community, because certain
Oh
people,
my God.
certain people
Thanks,
have
Thank
been caught by the police and has to be let go or not charged because you guys didn't have nothing on the books. Instead of fighting me and making dumb lawsuits, you should be doing this, making ordinance, but you did not. So I just wish you guys would just stop trying to do the blame game. And I did have it on, and I thank you for saying I did, but you guys voted it down. Yes, we have an animal control vehicle, but that has nothing to do with the fines attached to the person when you catch the person that actually has the dog, because the dog going to run back to its master. It's going to run back home. So when it go back to the home, how do you charge the person, the homeowner, if you got nothing on the books to do that? So that's my issue. That's why I put it on here. Again, I'm hoping y'all pray. I pray that y'all vote for it, and that's why I'm going with. Go ahead.
We recognize there was
You
two
ready to
times
eat?
it was put up. Well, the first time last year,
I gotta go
it was
feed
given
him.
to the board
Give
at
me
the
1
last minute. We asked to table it to the
Here we go.
subsequent meeting, and the next time it was approved.
Oh, I gotta
brought
hurry
was
up. I'm
approved
gonna
by
miss
the
all
board.
the spice.
So I'll say that as a point of reference. I would encourage anybody, please FOIA that information. I'm sorry, clerk, I know more FOIAs are coming, but I would say that, man, do you still love me? Because I love you too.
No, you don't.
About it.
No, you don't.
Okay, that's the end
No,
of
you
my
don't.
comment.
And that's not true. What he's stating, you guys did not vote for that ordinance. So I hope you give them that ordinance ASAP and show that they voted it down.
May I be recognized, Mayor?
Go ahead.
I'm just pointing this out. Hopefully that all trustees can vote for this because I was at the hospital when those two kids came in. They was bit all the way down to the bone.
Yep.
Kids, seniors, you know, these dog attacks are outrageous. It's not only in Dolton, it's throughout the nation. But we need to protect the kids and protect the seniors and hold those responsible if you know that's your dog. Because the first thing's going to happen, you're going to say that ain't your dog when the neighbor's saying that's your dog. Then you're going to try to get rid of the dog. So you need to be held accountable. And these two children are still in the hospital suffering now, one with a broken bone. So I'm asking trustees to vote this in. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Anyone else? Even Stan Brown just got attacked by a dog.
I didn't want to talk about
You want
that.
to talk about it? Okay, I'll leave you alone then. But it's happening is my point. You just don't know. So that's why we're putting laws in place to try to protect the residents. Please call the roll. Yes, it's motion second. Drew and Stan.
Did you motion a second? Drew, you motion and the second.
Second.
Got
You want some coffee?
it.
You want some
Who,
coffee?
you?
Some-
Trustee
okay.
Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown?
Yes.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee House?
Oh, Trustee Stan, bro, I bet you thought you was back at the post office when the daughter was coming. Aye.
Trustee Holmes?
Aye.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, next on the agenda is motion to approve ordinance number 23 amending Title 6, Chapter 5, Section 6-5-4-6 PF, the Village of Dolton Code of Ordinances, Illinois, regarding one-way roadways for Woodlawn and Greenwood. Is there a motion?
A motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been motion and second. Any discussion? Okay, so I'll explain this one. That's why I did it one by one so I can explain as we go along. The reason for this ordinance is to basically make Woodlawn and Greenwood a one-way. I don't know if anyone have driven down Greenwood. We have put up the flashing stop signs. We made it a three-way stop. So anybody that's from around here, if you go down Woodlands on an angle,
Did I miss
before
any
you get to Greenwood,
good stuff?
when you get to Greenwood, you can either stop there or stop the other two ways. So the problem was every single month or so, we have a car accident or someone runs into someone's house or into their mailbox or into their lawn. We have been there several times, me, myself, my staff, the police department, and we have talked to those residents. And we have seen their ring cameras as it relates to people just passing the stop sign or
I'm
people
offensive,
not
me.
able to see because they just inch out a little bit, and by then they hit, and now they in your yard. So that's the reason for it. They asked me to make it into a one-way. So that means that for anybody that's familiar with going that way, you
not
would no longer
banned,
be
Remy,
able
like-
to exit onto Greenwood.
worry about
It will be
that
a
later.
one-way, like a shoe horse, where you have to just basically turn around and go back to Sibley and Woodlawn in order to access Greenwood. So that's what's going on with that area as relates to Woodlawn and Greenwood. Any questions? All right, please call the roll.
I got a question.
Come here.
Definitely on that. I did make that trip over there.
Under
the
over
other
4
day,
cent.
And that's,
Under over 4.
That's a good decision to make that happen because the individuals that live right there at 153rd and Woodlawn, they're never able to back out of their garage. So you actually, when you make the U-turn, the turnaround there, you go to 152nd and Woodlawn, and you can get back to Greenwood. If you go to 152nd and Woodlawn, you can take it either take you over to Meadow Lane Street or either Hastings Street. So it's a good safety move there. So thank God somebody paid attention to it and made it happen.
I guess he's not going to discuss
It was
bills.
definitely a safety hazard.
If he does, then we'll get
Anyone
it.
else?
We'll get it.
Sure, go ahead.
Yeah,
thought he
I
was
do
gonna
think
run
on
over
that
some bills.
that intersection is very difficult. So I think it may create some inconvenience to some individuals over there. However,
Nobody
I
wins
know
or
there have been a
loses.
lot of different challenges. So I commend you, Mayor.
It's a push.
forward to working with you through this initiative. Thank you.
You know I'm the mayor. You're the trustee. You know that, right? So you're supposed to be making these laws that I'm making.
We'll
But
see,
okay,
Dr.
thank you.
Remulak.
Duly noted. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, call the roll, please.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye, I waited for you this time.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Tammy Brown. Aye. Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Artie Moreno must have dropped dime on him. Oh, you want to leave us? Oh no, we like Scientology, bro. You ain't going nowhere. See if you gonna play crosstown rival.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see.
All
about
right.
that.
So next is mayor's veto related to. Okay, so we're gonna close.
Yes.
Okay, so the attorney's gonna make an announcement about that one because we're gonna go in closed session. So go ahead, attorney.
Mayor, clerk, members of the board, if we could please pass and defer agenda item 13D following discussion in closed session.
What's 13D?
Okay, did you
Oh,
guys
that's
hear?
true, Baron. Absolutely. Can't buy chemistry. That's really what you can't buy. Can't buy chemistry.
Mayor, clerk,
Chemistry
members
is
of the board,
everything to a
requesting that
championship
item
club.
13D, the seats case, be deferred and passed following closed session. No motion is needed. We're just asking that you don't take action on this in public until we have the opportunity to discuss it with you in closed session.
When you
Okay, so
play at a high
residents,
level-
just so you are aware what's going on, that's the seeds case for the $33 million. We're going to discuss it because, as you know, we're trying to appeal it. We cannot, and I repeat, we cannot afford $30 million as relates to a payout.
33.
If so, we will have to pull out a bond, and that will put us further down the road as relates to the finances of the village of Dolton. It will cost us almost $500,000 per year to pay out. So I'm just giving you some little clarity of what's going on right now. And remember, that's the day when the board of trustees walked out. The attorney was here to do that settlement, and they left.
Wow.
Next is mayor's veto.
Just one of them's
this
gonna-
mayor's veto
just
is related
one
to,
$33 million
April 24th of
lawsuit
2023 for the special board meeting. As you guys know, the trustees are always having little secret squirrel meetings. They had a secret squirrel meeting over at the Park District, and it was an illegal meeting. Several residents stood up and told them it was illegal. I don't know why they didn't listen to them, because they sure don't listen to them. I'll tell them it's illegal, but keep doing illegal stuff. But this is why we always in court and always have issues. You cannot surpass government and policy and procedure and how things are ran in the village by just hosting your own special meetings for your own personal agendas. That needs to stop, and that will stop in the village of Dolton. You guys will get a copy of my mayor veto, and I will give this to everyone so you will know what's going on, because it is long and lengthy, and I don't want to keep you guys longer than what I have to, but it just talks about the special meeting that they had on that day, and they had their special agenda. They had their items on there, and they had about maybe 10 items on there, and it talked about nothing but just gridlock type of items. So this is me vetoing it here at our real board meeting that you're supposed to have. Okay. Next is mayor's report. Go ahead.
Madam Clerk, if you could let the record reflect the mayor's delivering a veto message, and if you could part of the minutes as verbatim stated.
Okay, mayor's report. A couple things. We had a conversation with the mayor. It was really, really dope. We met over at the Just Ice Rink, and we talked about different things that's up and coming for the village of Dolton, projects, gridlock, board of trustees. If we can work together or we cannot. As you can see, it's the same thing, just different day. I am happy to tell you guys, as your mayor, as your supervisor of Thornton Township, I'm always finding a way to make things happen for you. I have good news on a couple things that's coming down the pipeline, but you gotta not tell it all because people try to stop you elsewhere when they see you still moving without them. So be on the lookout for money to come to the village of Dolton, more grant money for the residents of Dolton. I know you guys really, really love that roof and window program that the Board of Trustees stopped. My goal is to start that back up because we do have grant money in the bank account today that can give you money to do the things that we spoke of, which was the driveways, the roof and windows. Of course, that was for the seniors and veterans. And then we also would like to do a gate or a fence. And then we would like to do security doors. So that's front, back, or inside doors. And then we would also like to do a flooded basement. This is just to alleviate some of the pain that the residents have been crying out for help with. And I am a vessel for you. Another thing I want you guys to know is that as your supervisor of Thornton Township, I have a plethora of resources at the township. Please stop by. I am here to help. I don't know if you guys know this, but I do pay for funerals. So all you have to do is reach out to myself, and that cell number is 708-297-6859. And you can see myself or Carmen, and we will help you with those things. Also, if anybody's struggling with their light, water, gas bill, anything like that, please reach out. We pay those things as well at the township. And we also give a cost of living type of stipend over at the township for residents. A lot of things people do not know what the township does. Another thing is senior services. Seniors, you're not alone. Y'all should go over there and actually talk to Marcia or Tamika as relates to senior services because they do a ton of things, including go to the boat, which I'm against. But they go to the boat because when you go spend your money, you still ask me for the money. So I'm totally against you spending your money. But they have a lot of services for you. We do tech classes there. We do things to help you get tech savvy with your phones, your computer, your laptops. A lot of people don't know how to use the internet. A lot of people don't know how to make up an email. People don't know how to do Zoom. So people was happy just to get the engagement part of it to show that they can reach out to their loved one that's farther away. So that was really dope. We do that once a month over there. And then also Mother's Day event will be May 14th. At the township in the basement. So if anybody wants to sign up, go to Thornton Township website, and that will be May 14th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. And then we have upcoming events, which will be Conversation with the Mayor. It will be at Just Ice Rink. It will be May 17th from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And then we have a stepper set going on. It will be at the Ice Rink again. It will be May 20th. From 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And then you guys asked for a backyard barbecue. That is going on May 20th. And that is 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Last but not least, make sure you guys sign up for the senior technology classes. Again, this is also still held, I just stated, every fourth Thursday at 11 a.m. at the township in the basement. On May 28th, which is 5 p.m. to 7 p.m., I'm doing a showtime at the Apollo. So if there's anybody that has some kids or anybody that want to come and be a part of that movement, that moment, please sign up. I'm also looking for a stick man, and I'm also looking for a Sandman and Kiki. So we need all these people. So if you want to join us, please join us. And then we also have sidewalks, alleys, streets. We are doing currently sign up residents. You can just send an email to thinyard@vodalton.org. You can sign up, let us know about your street, your alley, or your sidewalk. I do know that Stacy, who's the director of Public Works, please reach out to him and we'll make sure you're on the list. Half of the time you don't get done right away. Because remember, I only been married for 2 years and we done a lot of things, which I'm loving. So just know that if you don't get done this season, it will be the following season. But let us know so we can add you onto the roster. Completed projects, you guys already know about the rink right there. You know about the ESLA unit that we created. You know about the fire and commission board, which allow people to go to the academy and be police officer, fireman, repave of streets, repave of alleys that never been done, the cutting down of trees. That's really big. A lot of residents really, really like that and really need that. We are going to finish our project, which we was on Ellis, Dobson, Minerva. Now we're going to do University, Woodlawn, and we're gonna go all the way to the Dorchester. So I just want you guys to know to sign up. But we basically are pulling the trees back from your cars, and we're just opening it up. A lot of people really like it. A lot of people love it because now the blocks are lit up. We also are doing new light poles, and we also are upgrading the lights, which we did majority of them already, to LED lights. The safety zones, you guys know about that. We did it at Berger, Diekman, and Roosevelt. We put down speed bumps there, and we also have made it safer for your kids. I spoke earlier about the mental health tour that we're doing. That's throughout the one township. That's through every 17 municipality. So if your kid goes to any of the school, grammar school, high school, any of the schools, we go there, we pop up with D-Lo, and we do a mental health tour. He do a little entertainment for them, and then we talk to your kids about mental health
Who's
and what
D-Lo?
helps they need. We have got a lot of traction from it. A lot of kids actually really need the help. So if you're not talking to your kids, hopefully this is your wake-up call. Please go home and talk to your kids because they're talking to the other kids. And the other kids cannot help them. They cannot guide them. So I'm just throwing this out there. Please just go home and say, hey, how was your day? And they'll just open up and tell you everything that's going on with their day. What else we got going on? We got animal control unit, and that number is 708-697-0874. Again, 708-697-0874. And I'm constantly hiring for that department because I don't know who want to get chased by dogs. But hey, if that's your thing, please apply. Residents, we also have what is this? The infrastructure thing for the $1.5 million. I'm still waiting on Dick Durgan to give us the money. He did approve it for the village of Dolton to do the infrastructure. That's your water main breaks. That's all the issues that we got going on. So we're working on that. We didn't get the money yet, but we received agreement saying that we will have $4 million in lead pipe replacement, and then the $2 million for the water meter replacement. That's the digital meters. We're still doing demolitions. We're doing demos. So if you live by a vacant property and you need it cleaned up, you need it tore down, please, residents, let us know. Again, you can send it to thinger@vodolton.org, and we will get right to it. We also still doing community cleanup. I did this last year. It was really, really fun. We had a lot of youth came out. We had a lot of different organizations come out and help us with that. Please, residents, if you want to be a part of that movement, please let us know. We are hiring. I can't stress this enough. We're hiring in the village of Dolton, and we're hiring at Thornton Township. So if you are a resident, a senior, a veteran, it does not matter. Go apply for any of the positions that's open because we're trying to fill those with our residents. I know we hired over 12 new officers. Thank you, Chief Collins, for that. And we have the 2 African-American young firefighters through that new committee that we did. I love that. And then we bought a new fire engine. Thank you, Chief McCain. And then, of course, you all know one thing I'm trying to do is open that pool for the kids. I think your kids should learn how to swim. I think it should be free to the community for now, and then until we figure out how we will fund the rest of it. That's it in a nutshell. I got a ton of more things to announce to you, but I just want to give you a layout of kind of what's going on and what's to expect coming up. We have several videos coming up. Chu, are you ready for the first one? All right. So if you look to the computer screen, well, the TV right here, we have, is this the doggy park? Easter. Okay, this is the Easter hunt video. This is something that we did for the youth. As you guys know, I always say the youth is our future. I just want to show you a little video of what we did, and it was really dope. A lot of people came out.
Baby. The Ute. What's a Ute? Man, look at this guy. He's still trying to figure out what it is.
The other one was from the doggy park. A lot of you asked me about the doggy park.
Man, you're
and
supposed to
that's
have
something
all
we're
that
doing with
set
Greenwood
up.
Falls.
And not supposed to show
Greenwood
us
Falls
this page.
will be a entire kid zone from
fire
swimming
this
pool
fucking
to
AV
splash
guy.
pad to the doggy park to the
got the DEI
skateboarding
hire.
ramp, the courts, the rink. We will be working on opening the skating rink up. My goal is to open it up by the end of this month. We're waiting to get skates delivered. So if you don't got your skates, to all you JB skaters, order your skates because I need you guys to come and show me how to JB skate. That's going to be an epic moment. I think that's going to be dope. It's outdoors. And you know that in the winter months, we make it into a rink.
This shit is too funny, bro. It's just all the way around. Every aspect. Every single aspect. This is a televised city council meeting. I don't give a fuck where it is or how big the population is. That should be some of the first money you're spending.
Not yet.
Yeah,
okay,
it's like
so we're gonna
with
go
a
ahead
fucking
and go
potato
with citizens
in
address. 'Cause we have some
144p.
technical difficulties. So citizens address, you can come right here to the mic. You have 3 minutes, and then after that, we have to go in closed
And they're
session to
sending- he's
handle some
opening up
business.
thumbnails.
And then anybody want to stay and mingle, you can, but you have 3 minutes. Come to the
What's up,
mic,
Brett?
and then we will go in
Brett,
closed
good
session.
to see you, Brent. Sorry, Brent. The B words and the P's and the F's are hard on me.
Okay, Chief. Who gonna keep time? Who doing the time? Okay, Chief got it. Okay, go ahead. You have 3 minutes.
Yes, I would like it if someone would post the rules for canceling meetings
4 months, Dan, I think?
unilaterally. We've missed about 5 meetings since about January, December. I don't know the exact months, but that is often, especially those CAL meetings. I was under the impression that that's where the bills and so forth are presented to some degree, and some procedure is discussed. And we haven't had one of those. This is the first one of those. I know we had 3 in a row at one point and a couple more last winter. And if this is going to, if that's the rule, so somebody please post that, because it sounds strange that can just happen at the last minute. Secondly,
I'm glad you're here,
the
bud.
practice of bringing the vendors up ahead of the citizens is, I don't think that's proper at all. They have their say so before the citizens that actually paying the bills have a say so, and I don't think that's right either. It's just a matter of opinion. Secondly, all these disputed bills and the FOIA request and all of that stuff should be online. There is no reason why this stuff should not be online where we can all access it, and that way we won't have all this back and forth. We get all this back and forth, one side saying this, one side saying that. If it's on the website, anybody can go get it, and we can find out who's telling the truth and who's lying.
That's it. Who lying up on me? Yeah, you guys like his Anheuser-Busch shirt? Oh, it's burn. It's not. Is that Burning Dookie? I think that.
Came in kind of late, but I did.
It is her.
Somebody mentioned something.
Pull the mic down.
Police department and a system
Pull the
that
mic
you
down.
guys are trying to implement as far as like when you guys have to come to people's houses. And considering about 2 weeks ago, my house was invaded by the police department as well as the fire department. And I have contacted the police department and they told me to contact the fire department. Contacted the fire department, they told me to contact the dispatching. And for the last 2 weeks, I've just been given the runaround and still to this second, don't know why my house was pretty much invaded. Not only did you guys come into my home forcefully, but then you left my house open with pretty much somebody that just walked up and said that he was my brother. He wasn't asked for an ID. He wasn't asked to turn my alarm system off. Like, they don't know who this person was. He just walked up and said, oh, this is my sister's house, what's going on? And they left my door wide open, didn't ask for any identification, and he didn't live there. And again, this has been 2 weeks where I've been pretty much being bounced back and forth with no answers. I've reached out to the mayor's office. I did receive a call back from Carmen who left a voicemail, but I've since contacted them, called, text, left messages, and still nothing. So that system that you guys are trying to implement, I think it would be very well needed, because what you guys have done is real interesting. And for you guys to speak so highly on transparency and accountability, but yet it's been 2 weeks and I haven't heard a single word as to why my house was forcefully entered.
Still up in here burning Dookie.
That needs to go.
It's
Why
still
are we?
sitting in a
Okay.
town.
And
that
if you could
burns
wait after the meeting, you could see the attorney. All right.
She up in here burning feces.
How you guys doing? My name is Tyrone Isom Jr. I purchased the property in November. It's 1031 East Sibley in Dolton. I applied with two different LLCs. They denied the first one. They denied the second one. I put my money in escrow, waiting to get the zoning information on what you guys want me to do with the building, but still nobody really responded. They called me and said you got denied, but I'm looking like, if I got denied, can you guys send me a letter and let me know why I get denied? And they told me they couldn't do that. So I'm like, I don't want to say I got a commercial property, and I was here January 4th or 5th when you had a meeting, and I was explaining to you guys that my son got a transplant on the way. The transplant actually is in a month. So now my wife is going to be in the hospital with my son, and I got to have 4 of my kids with me, and my barbershop is so small, I cannot take care of 4 kids in my business. That's why I want to get my building together so they can actually be in there while I work, so I can able to support them while my wife in the hospital with my son with the bone marrow transplant. So now the transplant is in a month. I don't know what to do. They're not passing the permits. They're not giving me any information about the zoning. They're just having me in limbo, and they keep giving me the runaround. And I already got the money in escrow, but nobody's let me know where's my money at in escrow, and nobody's letting me know anything. So I'm sitting here about to get ready to have a transplant. My kid is going to be in the hospital, and I don't know what to do next. I just need some help, and just let me know, what can I do? I really don't. I care about the building, but I just want to do something for the youth and do something for my family, because I've been trying to build a legacy. My mentor passed from cancer 3 years ago. He told me, whatever you do, Tyrone, get your own. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get my own so I can build a legacy. I know people in here have legacies they've been with their own company and for their children. I'm just trying to do the same. And being a mentor to these children, everybody here get their hair done. Everybody get a haircut. Everybody have a barber. Everybody have a salon they go to. And for that, this is what I do. I'm the person that keep the kids from being in the streets. I prevent things from happening before they even get to the police. I stop things from happening before you even get to that point. These kids have things going on mentally, and I'm there to help them out. Don't do that. Put that gun down. Please don't do that. Don't be mad and take it on other people. I'm that guy. The barber and the stylist gets all the information before the police do.
It's true though. We'll be talking at the
You
barber
need
shop.
me. I need you. I know what goes on in the village of Dolton before even the cops know what's going on. Let me work with you.
And your haircut
I've
game
been
is
cutting hair
fucked up.
in Dolton since I was like 19 years old. I'm up for the challenge. If you up for the challenge, I got your back. If you got my back.
What the fuck is that?
Thank you.
Stinks? That's not me. That's them. It scared me too. Jesus, somebody turned their phone
Good
off?
evening, Mayor Hinyard, Madam Clerk,
Somebody
Board of
answer the
Trustees. My name is
goddamn
Brandon
light.
Evans.
Scared
I work
stinks
for an
and need to
organization
death.
called the Center for Neighborhood Technology.
Jumped
I
out my
won't be
feet.
for you too long, but just want to give you some
Fucking
scope
Android
on a
alarm.
project that we're working on. Between
an iPhone,
2014
you
and
know it ain't
2017,
me.
plans were developed to respond to flood
Shit was
issues
loud as
within the
fuck
South
in my
Suburban
ear.
Corridor, specifically the Calumet Corridor.
Scared stinks.
In late 2022, last year,
okay.
C&T was designated as a
Fucking
subrecipient of
AV guy
$5.9 million
TI higher.
of ARPA dollars. So
why
American
we
Rescue
hire the
Plan
best.
Act funds, by way of Cook County's Department of Environmental Sustainability,
what they
were
look like,
directed to the Center for Neighborhood Technology. I am looking to make contact with the proper municipal staff. I've been in contact with Mr. Ron Smith, your city engineer, but need to make contact with the proper municipal staff to explore potentially implementing green infrastructure and nature-based solutions to solve flood issues within the area. So I've got information with me on the program. I've been to the organ.
Yeah, you want to go? Go. Oh, what happened, man? Come on. Stinks, what did you do? Ah, Stinks, where is it? Damn it. There it is. Sorry, guys. Stinks stepped on the fucking thing again.
Good evening. Good evening. My name is DeMarcus Kirkley, 26-year resident. Basically getting up here. Y'all did pretty good today, but y'all can do better. I know that you all have it in you all's heart to go back. I don't know if you all are requesting stuff at the last minute, but if you are, I would suggest that we haven't had a meeting about 2 months, I want to say. So you should have had all the information that you needed. Through the campaign trail, I was going door to door. I kind of met a lot of people. A lot of them was concerned about the roof and the window programs, swimming pools, different programs that we bring into Dolton. And also driveways, sidewalks, stuff that's not being taken care of.
Here's Melissa.
Alleys. We are clearing up vacants. We are clearing alleys right now. We need your help. Public Works needs your help as well. We are also hiring. And I just want to say that
maybe there's an echo in there.
When I was a kid, I mean, I know you all are looking at this pool situation as a bad idea, but it's a lot of people that need it, and youth need guidance. When I was a kid, we didn't have that in Dolton, so we had to go to Ginger Ridge. Most of y'all remember that. Had to sneak in the pool over there, right? So let's just bring new ideas and better ideas to our community. Let's not just be a yes man, but let's not be a no man as well. There's different opportunities that we can bring to Dolton that our mayor is always advocating for and going out to get it. Let's receive these services. Let's work with Dolton Township, and let's also work with Dolton Villages administration as well. I want to say that you all are great, especially Will, Stacey Corral, Ms. Janice, Tangenique. I don't want to name everybody, but y'all great. Y'all do
is mine,
what
dog.
y'all
Don't
need.
be mentioning my
Y'all
girl.
doing the work of the people.
Get her
And
name
we're
out
going to
your
continue to
mouth.
do the work of the people. And I will
Tangenique is
be
mine.
handling that on my part at Public Works. Again, if you need any assistance, please reach out to us. We need you all's help as well. We can't see everything, but with you all help, we can see everything and we can get it cleaned up. We've been working. Let us continue to work for you. We are here for you. All right. My name again is DeMarcus Crigley. Thank you.
I'm gonna go short as I can. I'm probably trying to break a record. Hi everybody. I'm past this apology when I come out of this mouth because I was raised to think before I speak. So trust and believe. I've done a lot of thinking before I woke up here, and everything that crosses our mind definitely shouldn't come out of our mouth. And depending on where it is, it just shouldn't come out of our mouth. But here's what I'm going to speak to now. That board meeting, I do need for the residents to know. There was a reason for that board meeting, that special board meeting, because at no time are we not supposed to know what's going on, even if other board members decide to let it be known as best they can. That is absolutely their elected official position, because I did go to make sure it was not an illegal meeting, because I had never seen a meeting take place in the Park District. So that was good enough reason for me to get up and absolutely go. I also want to speak about those dogs. Look, I'm an adamant dog though, but I don't want to come out of my house and see nobody straight off in my basement stairs. Then I had a neighbor who I do appreciate him. I appreciate him so much that when I saw his dog kill another dog, I told him get the dog and he covered the expenses, because if he called the village, I was going to be like Tiffany. I was going to hit him for some money, because here's the thing. If they want these animals, no, I had a neighbor, they moved last year. They left the dog walking up down the street. Another neighbor took it. So I'm going to give y'all many appreciations on that, because the funny thing is people, they're in bad times now. So when they leave, they say animal is another expense, so they'll leave it. I like to quickly talk about our community complaint forms people hype. The reason I like for you all to utilize them, because we have times when we have situations going on and some of us don't feel comfortable here and there for whatever reasons going to the police department. We got to be open to what we have. Those community complaint forms, you can complain about whatever it is you need to, and right in the corner of it, put it to the department you want to go to. Please go, not so much the clerk, but give it to somebody in the housing department. Let them stamp it for you. They have what's called a basic stamp. At least when each one of them see it, they'll be able to, if you're open to putting your number on there, they open to calling you back. I made it work for some of the people I started in January this year. I'm a human rights activist. I got to the point where people couldn't call me because they supposed to be able to call you heads of the department. Y'all got to have good numbers. Y'all got to understand. Y'all other elected officials is no more getting around it. And I quickly want to swing around. Just do the community complaint. It's going to help. It's going to make it easier to the police department. And it gives you a reason to say somebody is looking at something and doing something. And I call it a new de-escalation because we got to find our own way to merge with our new policing. I'm going to quickly speak about leadership. Get to know the people
Shout out to
that's the
Dookie
employees
Burner
and
in the
everything.
chat room.
We had 2 crossing guards passed away. And because people come to me, I've been here a long time and I like it.
God
so all
damn,
I'm asking
stinks is gone.
just the big word, because I didn't get to
where's
none of
that
what I
coming
wanted
from
to.
all of a
Unity,
sudden? Like,
y'all work
you can't
together.
Put the timer
and all
on
I'm
2
asking
instead
is,
of 10.
y'all got the state of representatives because y'all don't want us taking over y'all
Turn the
jobs.
volume on the timer down. I mean, for God's sake, some of us do wear headphones.
Good evening. I would like, my name is Devon Gilliard. I live on 147th and Parkside Drive. And I'm a senior, and I wanted to know if there was a list for the seniors that live in Dolton, that their homes are paid for, that you were talking about having new windows and storm doors. Is it a list that the seniors come sign, put your name on the list that we want this done in our house?
Yeah, you can sign up for Carmen.
Okay, who's Carmen? Gotcha. Thank you very much.
That was quick. Ooh, she pissed. She putting her timer on too. You ain't
Good evening. I heard quite a bit of things tonight. Heard about the infrastructure grants. Heard about the lot cleanups.
Here you go.
Heard about the company that's paid to come clean up the vacant lots and cut the grass. And one of my questions is, why is my tax dollars going to pay for a company to come and clean up vacant lots? And that's what Public Works is for. So I want to know why we need another company to come and do things that Public Works is supposed to be doing. I live in the Valley of Dolton, oldest part of this village. And I've been here come in 2 days. I would have owned my house for 40 years in this village. And I've been through 9 different administrations, 9 mayors, 9 administrations.
9.
I want to see some changes made pertaining to where I live at in the valley. I see public officials come to the valley when it's time for election, just barely, just barely. I'm in contact with all of the people that live around me. They know me very well. They come to me and ask me questions about what's going on in the village and how can they get XYZ services, because we don't get any. But you can come down in the village and you want us to sign a petition to put your name to be able to vote for you, but you can't give us services. I've called Public Works. I've called your personal number, Mr. Corral, and never received a phone call back for things that needed to be done in the valley. Along with a lot of the residents that live in the valley, they call Public Works and get no assistance. They don't get a phone call back. Nobody comes to see about what's going on. But we pay taxes. I don't know whether all of you all that's sitting up there pay taxes. I don't even know if y'all live in the village, but that doesn't even matter to me at this point. My concern is the fact that we do not get the services that our tax dollars pay for, because our tax dollars pay your salary. And so from this point on, I don't want to just see public officials come ring doorbells or come down the block with loudspeakers and playing music like it's a big party or something. I want to see public officials come to the village and ask the residents, what do they need? What can they get assistance with? We have vacant houses with rodents going rapid. I have in the side of my garage where I have a beaver that seems to go from one house to the next digging holes. I want some services.
Bro, I swear that thing's right under the mic too. Like, man, you'd figure you just turn it down, but I guess he doesn't. He's not. Not only he's not paying attention. He's not listening to his own audio going out.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Fania Dukes, if you don't know. And I had the pleasure of running in this last election for Dolton Park Commissioner. Sadly enough, myself and my running mate Marquise did not win, but we did not lose either. We don't take L's, we take lessons. And in this lesson, I've learned so much. I could really care less about how anybody feels about our mayor. She didn't have to back us in the race, but she did. She took us right under her wing, and she's shown us the ropes in this political arena. The mayor, when I say mayor, when I say I never would have thought I would be where I'm at today, I just want to say thank you for seeing something in me. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for helping me when I seriously, truly needed it. Thank you for everything. And I truly appreciate you and everything you've done. At times, it was very trying to the point I wanted to walk away, but I didn't. You stayed behind us the entire time. Yes, it hurt not to win the seat, because now for 6 years, there will be no change still. There might not even be parks, because I guess they can sell them all. I didn't even know they could do that. But I care about my village, so much so that you all will be seeing me as much as possible. Not getting a seat doesn't mean I stopped caring about my community. This was only my first election, so guess what? Let's get ready for the next year. And I will continue. Because ain't no stopping us now. We're on a move. And by the way, with that whole Valley stuff, when we walked for you and her, we went to the Valley. We were there for 6 seconds before they pointed a gun at us and told us to get out. I would never go back to the Valley. And it might not be on you. And it might be have to get more police over there. But the Valley is not a safe place at all. And it's not welcoming at all. So that's just that. And then we also do have a platform where you can go and tell the mayor exactly what you want. It's called Conversation with the Mayor.
Yeah, bringing attention to what's really going on. Small towns, nobody's paying attention. Now you're seeing what the result is.
Hello, good evening. And to reiterate on what Fanil was saying, Mayor, we do appreciate you. We love you. You know that we got your back and you have our back too. To Stan and Trustee Holmes, congratulations on getting y'all seat back. I know y'all gonna do the right thing with the mayor. And for the other city trustees, I wish y'all just get behind her and help her grow down. Because like everybody know, Greenwood was blank. It was nothing going on. The courts was tore down. We really didn't have anywhere to go play basketball. We had to go to the rec. The rec is charging. And not all kids have money to even go to the rec to get them little $1, $2. So they need to be outside and to have something to do. The young people, they love what you're doing. They come to me all the time like, man, she really doing her thing. And I just really want the board just to get behind the mayor. And that's all. Thank
you. To go in closed session.
Uh-oh.
I make a motion.
Second.
What was that? Yeah.
Like Ronnie Coleman. I think they're done, guys. I think it's closed session now.
Trustee Norwood.
Clerk. The attorney said you have to say motion to go in closed session.
We say there's been a motion and a second to go into closed session and then read what's on the agenda.
Oh my God! It's like they're learning. It's like it's their first day, all the way around. They don't even know the order of the court.
Where's my agenda?
You wonder why the town's in trouble.
Give me a second. Looking for my agenda. Here we go. Is there a motion and a second to go into closed session for item number 13D? Discussion. If you guys can lower your voice, please.
For real.
Discussion and approval of judicial bond application AJAC.
Lawyer Winston.
Etc. versus Village of Dolton, number 2019 L012256.
And other pending litigation.
Oh, is there other pending litigation? So is there a motion?
Yeah, you already got the motion in second.
Yeah, I made a motion.
And
Second.
Stan, you made second? Holmes did. Okay. Okay. Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Holmes.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed to go into closed session.
Okay, just to
For the
reiterate, we're
residents.
going to go in closed session and talk about the $33 million lawsuit that we have, and then we're going to come back out, and whether the board want to take action to move forward with the bond application or not, we will vote on that, and then we will conclude our board meeting. But thank everybody for coming out. If we see you in the next 20 minutes, thank you so much. I'll see y'all in passing.
There they go. So they're gonna go into their. I mean, it's too much, dude. Like the way they do this shit. I mean, like I was saying, they don't even really know the order of the court, which is wild. Like how it actually, the procedures in which they're supposed to do it, and the way they're supposed to run it, and then at every angle, it's either infighting or ignorance of what their job is, or they are the best actors. They know exactly what they're doing, and they been stealing the whole time, all of them. So I don't know. We shall see. They are under federal investigation currently. We will be showing you the live meeting. Hopefully, this will be our first time trying to catch it. It's supposed to be on the first and third Monday of the month. So third Monday's already gone. We were here. They didn't show up. But I said to myself, maybe they're recording it and putting it up. Well, it's been quite a few days and they haven't done that. So one would assume that they're doing it. They just don't show up all the time. Maybe there wasn't a quorum there, so they just decided that they couldn't do city business because there was not enough trustees to show up. So April 1st, no joking, no April 1st joke or anything. We will be live on that Monday for the first one, which is in 11 days from now. It should be quite interesting to watch and listen to all the fireworks. So, first Tuesday. Okay, wait, is it Tuesday or Monday on the first? Is it Monday is the first, or is it Tuesday? Monday is the first. So you're saying the first Tuesday. So you're saying it's on the second. It's first Tuesday. Okay, so my bad. Okay, first Tuesday. So the 2nd of April. My bad. So 12 days, not 11. 12 more days. And we'll watch it live. Maybe what we're going to do, guys, is because it's going to eat up my whole fucking day because they start at 4:30. So, and I have to do the morning show with you guys for LA City. So if LA City shows up, we'll do the LA City. And then I'll stop. We'll come back for Dolton, but I won't be doing a third show at night at 9. At 8 o'clock. It's too much to do 3 shows straight. So, yeah, it's 6:30 their time, Al, which would make it 4:30 my time. I'm in Pacific time. I'm on the fucking West Coast. They're in the Midwest, right? They're in Illinois, should be 2 hours ahead. So, yeah, I think that sounds about right to me. That way we get plenty of show in. Thank you guys for joining me today for that looped of version of yesterday's Chicago meeting. And, of course, all the action that we got to watch that was old but still gold, as I say. Old but still gold. Dolton always delivering. Shout out to all you Dolton trustees and councilmen and women's and mayors. So, guys, girls, thank you for everything you do for me. Thank you for every thumbs up. They're free and they work. Thank you for every dono. Ian, happy birthday again to you. Have a fantastic day. Hopefully you get something you really want, Ian. On top of that, have a fantastic Thursday. I'll see you tomorrow for 2 shows starting 10:15 a.m. for the LA City Council, 8 o'clock after that for our normal Friday night shenanigans. So till then, ladies and gentlemen, much love. Stinky and I say goodbye.
Hasta la vista, baby.
I'm going home.